Alright. What happened last time? Some gay shit. Some wiener touching. Some.
Oh, we sat around arguing, and that was it.
Some, butthole licking. That sort of thing. Just
One
like
or
the good old
twice.
days. Once or twice.
Some pussy talking.
Obviously,
Can we
with Karakwa, some.
rename the ship? Ram Ranch.
With Karakwa, some cloaca caressing, you know.
18 naked cowboys.
On the flying Ram Ranch.
The Ram Ranch. That's what this whole campaign now is. The Ram Ranch.
Is Ram Ranch banned from YouTube like it is on Twitch, Colin?
You know what? We're gonna make the Ram Ranch work no matter what. Brought to you by Manscaped. Have you ever wanted your willy to look extra clean?
Not really.
Don't slice up your ball sack, baby. You're
Use
sitting.
our new lightning bolt template.
You are sitting around in currently the town of, or the small city / large town of Vishstadt. Your airship is currently undergoing upgrades. You're receiving some sweet ass like tailpipes out the back that blast fire from the elemental engine. You got some more like stable area to let some animals come on. You can get pigs, like chickens and cows, maybe even a nice lady or man that you can have in the stables as some sort of beast of burden, some sort of weird fetish thing. There's no judging here.
I feel like we're starting to draw into territory of judgment.
Let's just go ahead and just start kink shaming everyone we find.
You could get into like horseplay, get some like bridles and like
There's no cock like horse cock, Colin.
and you can get like a human-sized saddle.
Yo ho, Mexico.
Instead of like
Far
a-
to the south where the cactus grows,
Instead of like a
tequila
normal
and a
saddle
donkey show.
horn, it could have like a dildo. There's a lot of stuff you could do here, with that extra space. And I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, but the token's already made, so you have to do it.
I put a
Obviously.
strap on my horse, and now he's a unicorn.
But mostly you're just, in town. That being said, you're not bound to town. You've got a teleportation circle. You've got a lot of places you can go if you want to. Because Aruna can pretty easily just bring you home. It's the nice thing about being a high level.
What if she dies?
Well then,
We're
you're
probably
real,
boned.
you're real fucked
No.
then.
Nope, because we have a tree on the ship.
Don't we still have? Oh.
Joke's on you, Nipsey chops it down because it's ruining the view. From
Like, yeah,
the
this is
top
an
down.
eyesore. I don't like the aesthetic. I'm
You're-
cutting it down. I
you're-
don't care what Karaka says.
Your tree is ugly just like you, so I'm cutting it down, and then she pushes you off the airship too.
You know what? I don't honestly believe her.
I mean,
Damn.
she can't speak with plants on the tree, and it just screams about it's surrounded by its fucking dead cousins and shit. This is some huge macabre god cannibal shit right now.
Alright. But that's mostly what you're doing, is you're just hanging out around town currently. There's a shipbuilder that is upgrading the airship for you. He mostly sticks close to the airship. Could potentially join the crew. It seems he's got some particular debts that he's trying to get away from in town. Perhaps that's why he's so prone to sticking around the airship, in case they come looking for him, they cause some trouble. Whenever you spoke to him earlier, he did specifically ask, like, if I join your crew and someone comes looking to, like, fuck me up, no, not saying they would, but if they did, would you be willing to help with that and that sort of thing? But you did say he owes more than 10,000 gold pieces in debt to somebody. You didn't get specifics on that, you could just see his tally sheets. Apparently, according to him, he took out a loan to like send out an expedition to the center of the lake to like dredge from the bottom because he thought there might be something interesting or ancient or neat down there. And the boat sank and he's lost the cost of the entire expedition. At least that's what he claims. Whether that's true or not, you're not sure. But that is basically what's happened. What would you like to do around the town of Vishtat? Oh shit. Okay. Accidentally
Okay.
clicked off the freaking thing and it turned like black. Let's see. The town sits before you. Snow gently swirling around. It's a buzz of activity. It almost seems like they don't know or don't care. Show little worry towards the reality, the troubles far to the west, where the armies of Stalreich, Adlindra, and the Flame Cassars continue to try to hold back the tide of the ever-encroaching army of the Everfrost King that steadily marches onward, mowing down people in its path, those who were unable to get away, those who stood to fight, just mowing them down, washing over them as if they were a harsh winter storm that comes out of nowhere just as quickly as possible. But here, so far removed, it seems to be of little interest to them as they go about their business, talking about fishing quotas and the like, how cold the winter already is, you know, the type of typical stuff you would expect people from a small town to talk about. The ladies' basketball, the ladies' volleyball team, that sort of thing.
I swear I phased out for about 2 minutes there, and now I'm just lost.
Shut up, Cotter.
Okay.
I've said, you're in the town of Vishtat. Basically, what do you want to do in the town of Vishtat? Because, like I said, it's 2 weeks for the airship to get its fairly major upgrades.
There are things that I would like to do, but they require Tommy, which is frustrating.
What would
What
you like to
requires
do?
Tommy?
Do what?
What requires Tommy?
I wanted to maybe go do Weird Sea or Ile de Royhan stuff, but I kind of wanted Tommy to join.
I imagine you're gonna want everyone to join for that.
Yes.
I will text
No,
Tommy
he
right
says
now.
Tommy, but not Max.
Could have
Dun, 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 dun.
could have a downtime episode.
It is a town where you can do whatever you want. That's the point.
Can I quick save?
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
Your character got corrupted. I only have a restore from level 6.
No!
Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry, you're gonna have to start over again.
Okay, understandable.
You can still do stuff like that. Tommy can still, or Aruna's still here to teleport.
The character there for role-playing purposes. You know what I mean?
Go drive over to Tommy and give him some Advil or something.
He's
Or some dick.
11, 12 hours away.
Why don't you? Yeah, well,
All right, we'll wait.
he's got a headache. If you want, I'll drive up there. And,
he said we'll wait.
I'll drive over there and dick him down. Jeez.
He said I'll be on in a little bit. I sent him a message. I sent him a colon less than 3. Colon less.
Wait, no, send him. He send him this phrase. I know you like Appalachia, but how do you feel about the Andes?
I know you like what?
Appalachia. But how do you feel about the Andes? Did you do it?
I'm assuming that this is going to end with Andy's nuts.
Did you,
No.
did you-
How
did
could
do
you
it?
just assume something like
No.
that? That is so rude of you.
Come on, man.
What? Come
Being
on.
toxic in here.
Sorry, my kid's dad is being a pain in the ass.
How does he feel about the Andes?
I just messaged him that. He said, I gotta eat something. My head doesn't feel like a spike is being driven through it now.
Yet,
So, I guess
as
it's
I
progress.
unzip my pants.
Tell him Colin knows how to take care of a throbbing head.
Yeah.
Oh. He said, fucking Colin.
Bravo.
The only thing that's throbbing.
All right. But
So is Tommy coming?
you could.
Yes, in a
uh,
moment.
You've
He
got
says he's gonna eat something first.
the town of Vishstop
Probably
before
why.
you. Like I said, you could have a nice downtime episode, knowing stuff, shopping, going on minor adventures. There is the thing in the lake you can all do together if you wanted to do that, or you can not do it at all because it's not like he's pushing for you to do it. It's not exactly something that's pressing. He's just I thought there might be something at the bottom of the lake because it seems like it could be people have dredged up stuff from the bottom like artifacts before, but nothing major. But it's not really important. It's just something he was doing.
Oh shit, he's already here.
To be fair though, we are still missing Rick.
To be fair,
I also think
And
going
Matt.
to the Ile de Royan today would take like
No,
super
like-
long.
I've avoided going to the Ile de Royan for a while because I'm pretty aware it's going to take a while to do.
I mean, it literally does not matter to me.
So, but I do have an idea. Tommy, are you alive there, buddy?
I'm eating something, but I'm here.
Hey, you actually sound okay.
Why don't you eat these nuts?
Yeah, I just on occasion get the ocular migraines that make me like
Ooh.
miserable.
Colin's over here saying the word headache. You're a liar, Colin.
He said headache.
That is still
I-
technically a fucking headache.
Look in,
Yeah, but-
Connor, look in the fucking chat. Tommy himself says, "I'll be on if my migraine
Yeah,
clears
but there's
up
a
anytime
there's a
soon."
difference between a regular migraine and an ocular migraine.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between a regular pain in the ass and a Connor pain in the ass.
It's true. I do have an idea of what to do though. This might involve at least Alacool. Does Madame Vestia have any kalam?
No.
Probably not.
She does
no.
not. Okay, that was my idea.
That is a drink that is native of the residents of the Weird Sea.
I figured, fortune teller, hallucinogen. All right, well, that's me because I'm being summoned to fix this.
Is it the cat? The town of, like I said, Tommy, all that's really talked about it is you can do whatever you want in Vishstadt. It's sort of like a downtime while the boat is being taken care of, and if nobody wants to do anything, then the boat is going to be done and you're going to be on your way.
Okay.
We do need to procure animals. So how much
Yeah.
of what do we want? I imagine we want 1 or 2 horses, right?
Well, we're gonna get a cow or some chickens.
I want an orangutan that can perform Shakespeare.
Well, you can probably arrange for that. If you want to. You'll have that might be a little bit of a specialty like thing to do.
Nah. For the last couple times I've had money and I've not saved it, I'm gonna save my money and probably not get anything at the moment.
Alright, so cows, pigs, chickens, and horses. Am I missing anything?
Everyone sound off on your preferred Pokemon you like on the ship for sexual recreational
Exactly.
times.
There's also goats, sheep.
Oh, there it is. I said Pokemon with sexual recreation time, and Max comes running in.
There's chickens, goats, sheeps, pigs, cows, oxes, horses.
taking
Don't look at me like that,
I
Laura.
hope I pass.
Gardevoir?
Wait, Max, say something?
I said I'm taking the autism test and I hope I pass.
Why is there like a crazy double voice going on?
You're like a robot. You're like a goddamn Terminator.
Oh, 1 second. I think my voice changer might be on. I just don't know.
You do know. We're telling you. You sound like the goddamn Terminator.
Oh, yeah, voice changer is currently
Say,
on.
come
and
with
I'm on
me.
Roblox.
Come with me if you want to live.
All right, how's that? Is that better?
No, turn it back on.
Turn it back on?
Yeah. We want you to say things with it.
You never like it when I use the buttons.
Say, put a big load in my pussy.
Don't say that.
Say, make that pussy talk.
Hold on. Make that pussy talk.
Yes.
Bernie Sanders.
Amazing.
It is the year 2093. Bernie Sanders is
sorry.
still
All right.
running for president. He is
They
a
put my
cyborg.
consciousness in a robot. That way I could run for president.
Hold on. Hold on.
Every year I always get beat as the primary candidate.
Oh no.
Max.
What's up?
All right, I'm gonna need you to say that in a Bernie Sanders voice in just a second, okay? I'll cue you.
voice modulator.
I'm gonna cue you in. A digitized electronic scan of the room overlaid with
Wait.
alphanumeric readouts which change faster than the human eye can follow. In point of view, we move past the staring truckers, past the owner and the awestruck waitress, and approach a large, nasty-looking biker puffing on a cigar. His body is outlined, or selected, and thousands of estimated measurements appear. His clothing has been analyzed and deemed suitable. Now say it.
I need your clothes. I don't know. Isn't that the line from Terminator?
It's I need
Yeah.
your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You
Look,
fucking
I just said-
troglodyte.
I
I
just
need your
said-
clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
The
And
biker,
healthcare.
the biker's eyes narrow. He takes a long draw on this cigar, the tip cherry red hot. You forgot to say please. He grinds the cigar out on Terminator's chest, which produces
Like
not
those
the slight
bankers on
reaction
Wall
of pain.
Street.
Exactly.
Taking all the boots and coats and motorcycles from the hardworking American citizen.
All right, we're making Terminator. We're filming Terminator with
Get
just
get
this.
rid of Venta
Fucking-
just died. So that
Fucking
we can do this.
Burninator.
Sarah.
I play
Wow.
a Warforged Bard of Eloquence.
Burninator Sanders.
Yes.
Alright, it's me again.
All
Sorry.
right.
Oh, then you can be
So,
Johnny
do you have like an actual modulator? That was good.
It's part of the buttons.
I see. I forgot you brought that back.
The
That was good.
Got him.
Wait, Mike, I need Max, I need a bikes.
Where's the
Bikes.
There we go.
Nice.
Sarah.
All
It's
right.
number
Mac,
7.
do you know Tom Segura's on tour right now?
I did not. I saw a TikTok
Ooh.
of him 2 days ago.
All
He's,
right. All
he's
right. I
going
just
to
need
Ash-
y'all.
All right, listen to
I just
Colin.
need you to fucking tell me what you're doing. You out getting
Oh, shit,
livestock?
Colin went
You
out.
out
I can't
doing
hear
shit?
Colin. Your mouth's moving. We can't hear nothing, Colin.
He muted himself.
I accidentally,
Oh, shit.
I accidentally knocked my nail polish on my fucking keyboard.
Oh, no.
All right. I just need to know what you're doing. You out getting livestock? Are you out in the freaking bar jerking each other off? Are you eating Madame Vestia's ass, looking to her crystal balls? Are you, helping Lincoln buy a Lincoln Continental? You just gotta tell me what you're doing, otherwise we're moving on to 2 weeks passing and the airship being done so you could go on your journey if you've got nothing else you want to do.
Well, I wanted to explore the.
We do the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things, right?
Like I said,
Help the guy dredge the lake.
that was one of the possibilities of things that could be done if you wanted to be done. Like I said, you don't have to because it's not like something that's pressing, but you can.
This is I apologize. It's been a while. This is not the location where the dragons were. Right?
You're in Vishtat,
No.
right there.
Dragons were by the.
Sure,
There,
but
by-
we stopped to prep in a town. Was it this town?
It's Vishtat.
Yes.
Okay. Can I find the tree dude and tell him thank you?
He's gone.
You're looking for cardamom. He doesn't live in the town.
No, I know, but like
You can
I
go
would try and speak him
out looking for him, but you'd have to search for him.
I would like to try to do so.
Isn't he also like far away from where we are?
He lives on the other side of the lake, so yes, pretty far away.
That'll be my day.
You could probably try to send. I have Aruna send like a message to him or something.
Oh wait, shit! I can send a message to him. Boom!
Yeah. I can also teleport you. OP.
I will send a message to Cardamom. I will say, Tree Friend, we vanquished the dragons. Thank you for your assistance. And, oh shit, I forgot. I have a limited word pool, don't I? 25?
25 words.
Thank you.
Ass, titties. Ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. That's 12 words.
Know that the Empire may still have need of your services, and you would be welcome.
Oh, would you count butt cheeks as 1 or 2 words for sending?
It's got a
If you
it's
spell it
got a
with a CK,
hyphen,
it's
so
2.
I like.
Spell it with a CK, it's 2.
you can put it. You can hyphenate. I'll let it be 1 with a hyphen.
Oh my god.
But yeah, he says new phone. Who dis?
I'll respond classic. That I'll just cut ties.
Delete from phone.
All right. You send a message to him.
Wait, to who?
To Cardamom.
To Cardamom, the tree paladin.
Ah,
Or not paladin. He wasn't a paladin,
No.
but he was a
He was a tree dragon person.
Dragon Slayer.
Dragon
Yeah.
Slayer
or
guy.
something.
Or didn't he say he wasn't specifically a dragon slayer? He was like,
It was a title or that people called him.
yeah, he was like he dealt with dragons.
He was like a hunter, and he
Yeah.
did not like the dragons.
He had slain dragons. He was a dragon slayer, but it's not like he didn't have a exactly defined class, I guess you could say. But you know, he was the Mandrake Drake Slayer or whatever.
That's right, the greatest name. Anyway, that's I use my sending.
All right. You
I
hear
can do
a voice that says, "I saw. Well done. Corpse returns to nature."
about that.
May have been
Good.
lost in transit there. Don't tell Elton John.
Fell off the back of a truck.
I lost all my guns in a boating accident.
Cold wood. Much safer for it.
For now. ...
Bum 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 bum.
And then he like finishes it off with boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Till he runs out of word count. You could be a dragon slayer yourself.
Aww.
But he doesn't have that many words. But he does commend you for a job well done. Says the Coldwood's better for your actions. And he is duly impressed.
Just wanted to thank him for his help. Joe Rogan has added his assistance to Elon Musk to fight Vladimir Putin.
Wow.
Hell yeah!
What?
Can't wait to
Sorry,
watch
bro.
that fucking
Fuck.
match. Is
Fuck.
Logan Paul to help too?
Can we get all the shittiest people in the world?
I can't
to
wait
say-
for Vladimir Putin to just destroy them.
When even the shittiest people are against you, you know something is wrong has happened. All right. But you give him a thanks. Like I said, he's on the opposite side of the actual lake itself, so you really have to go out of your way to find him or have him
Nah,
come to you.
I have sending. I forgot I had sending.
But yeah, it's
New level, new spells.
Well, it's well received. He will go about his business, and more importantly, people like him, trained fighters, can begin turning their eyes outward towards threats outside the Coldwood instead of inward. Much like the Crashing Tide Druids can begin doing, hopefully doing, if they can work out their own internal problems. Alright, who else is doing some other stuff?
Well, I'm not
Why
doing
isn't
anything
Fine
fancy,
Steed?
I mean, I guess Reed would
Richardson.
just continue his meditations and training Adelaide.
Alright. Adelaide continues her work, slowly becoming more comfortable with the weapon in her hand, the massive Zweihander that looks like it's made of rough, somewhat almost, it almost looks dull, slightly rusted in places. And yet any attempts to clean it up have always just ended in it looking the exact same. No prestidigitation or mechanical means by which anyone has ever been able to think of has ever been able to make it look pristine again. It's always sort of been battered, and rough looking. The heavy blade, still rests pretty uncomfortably in her hand as, you sort of stand next to her, slowly moving through the motions, like a dance of, wielding a two-handed sword. She swings it awkwardly, almost taking off your ear one time, as, she, gets frustrated pretty quickly, and you have to go to her and tell her to calm down.
Well, actually, I don't believe I would be telling her to calm down.
Oh,
She
yeah?
needs to, oh, fuck, I just had the word. Focus those emotions on the sword.
Dude, I am here for Obi-Wan Kenobi Reed Underbow.
What do you mean?
With large weapons such as that,
Comes large responsibility.
your
Oh,
your focus should not be on technique, but raw power.
Does that mean Reed's Uncle Ben and he's going to die?
Hell yeah.
He's selling rice. She,
Yeah, you,
That might as well be death.
she sort of, says, but I just about took your head off. It doesn't seem to be doing me a lot of good, as she sort of swings it almost wildly.
I could spar with Adelaide and show her how to, like, use a big weapon, because I use great swords.
I mean, if you would wish to help, it would be
I accidentally
I could be like a
nicks her
sparring
with
partner.
the sword, sends her straight to fucking hell.
No, I don't use that one when I fight her.
Colin just picks up like 4 inches thick worth of notes and throws them over his shoulder.
Ha 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 ha.
But yeah,
His
I use the
sword,
regular one.
I would say his sword
supposed to
can't do non-lethal damage, so.
a tool such as the one she uses should be wielded properly. You do not take a big weapon and attempt to finesse it into place. You fight straight on, and you overpower whatever is in front of you.
She sort of nods her head up and down and takes a deep breath, sort of clenching the blade with both hands as she says, very well. Alright, sick boy. If you want to spar, we can
That's
spar.
Tommy or Max. Oh.
Mm.
But I don't want you going easy on me.
All right, then, Adelaide. If I win, you have to use my real name.
Do you have one? Nobody else does.
Venta True Cloud.
That sounds
True
like
clown.
that sounds like an anime name. You're joking.
It is. It is. It
How
is an
long were
anime
you
name.
holding on to that,
Holy
Cody?
shit, Cody, that was so good!
I'm
Cody's
sorry,
Cody's
man.
had that in
I'm
his back
sorry.
pocket for weeks.
You say
Yeah,
it's
I
my
gotta know-
back pocket,
that-
like I've been saving it. I didn't know his full name until just right now, so there you go.
That sounds like a weeb name. Are you sure you don't have a katana?
Nope.
Katana.
Katana.
Oh no, Katana's worse.
She sort of
I'm actually okay with Katana. Katana's off.
she sort of shrugs and says, "Well, I suppose I have to learn it eventually." But she sort of Reed, you watch as she sort of slowly gets into a fighting stance, moving sort of as you instructed her, carefully balancing the blade with the tip.
Channel. That's what I was thinking. Channel your emotions. Sorry.
Yeah, go full Luke Skywalker. Carefully balancing the blade with the tip always pointed outwards, always a point of defense between her and whoever she's fighting. As Benta, you know, probably don't take your disease longsword or great sword.
No. I use my sword, the one I showed up with.
Yeah, that might not be too wise. And begin sparring with her. You can go ahead and make an attack roll.
Right her in the face.
Huh.
Okay.
Pendulum is doing a tour in Moscow and Kiev.
I will do an attack roll for her. Rolled really well. Wait, she has disadvantage. Not because she doesn't have the right proficiency with this sword yet, because she's still learning it.
Hold on, I'm getting...
Ooh, with a portent dice of 9.
I got a 29 total. It's not connected to tabletop yet.
Alright.
I used the portent dice on Ventas.
Come on.
The perfect use.
I'm obviously kidding. I would.
I know. You said it. Yeah, you already said it.
It's canon now.
Nah, you don't have to do that, obviously. I don't think you, like I said, with disadvantage, she rolled pretty low.
Damn.
The blade is still awkward in her hand, as she does put up a pretty admirable defense at first, lashing out pretty well, but Venta's pretty easily able to strike the massive blade to the side, and once it gets pushed out wide, it's hard for her to recover, essentially. As Venta, you easily find the basically broad side of the blade resting on her shoulder, as she sort of slowly struggles to bring the sword back up.
As she's bringing the sword up, I want to, like, just sweep the leg and knock her on her ass.
Alright.
Take the leg, Johnny.
I don't want to do any
great idea.
damage. I just want to just, like, knock her down.
Make a athletics check.
I'm good at that. Oof, I'm not good at that.
Whenever you do so, she pretty easily lifts her leg up. You slide underneath it, and you can see just the faintest hint of annoyance on her face, with the...
I turned to her, I say, you said not to go easy.
Well, she at least tries to do what Reed told her to do, as she uses that annoyance to just bring the sword up as hard as she can into your blade to knock it to the side with a loud clang, sending it flying wide. And despite the fact that this mass makes it unwieldy for her and difficult for her to use, whenever it hits your blade, it sends it sort of well off to the side, as it just there's a ton of weight behind it, an unusual amount of weight. As you can feel it vibrate down to your hands, causing them to almost be a bit sore, as she levels the sword back at you.
I tell you, you shouldn't grimace when you strike. It gives it away.
Well, maybe you shouldn't grimace everywhere you go because your face looks like ass.
That's why I wear a mask.
Damn.
Fucking got him.
Still a little bit annoyed, but she does say, but I am, at the end of the day, a person of my word. What was your name again?
Venta, as I reach out to shake her hand.
Well, Venta. She reaches out and takes your hand and shakes it. Hopefully, you can prove to be an admirable sparring partner until I obviously surpass you in my abilities and leave you wishing to speak my name.
Ito's mid-conversation with Cardamom, and his eyes just naturally start rolling.
I put away my sword. I pat my demon sword, and I say, "Okay."
She reaches out to shake your hand because, oof, too slow, not worth it. Fucking
Someone
nerd.
out there is gonna be like, I ship it.
Then she drinks some unsweetened bubble tea and walks away, put some sunglasses on.
I had bubble tea yesterday. It was okay.
But she shakes your hand and nods her head. All right, Venta. And she looks over to you, Reed, nods her head, says, "How was that?"
Acceptable. We'll continue working on the basics.
But the basics are so
Need to get-
boring. When do I get to do something more flashy?
When you can properly hold that weapon and make a good strike.
Unzips pants.
Yeah, she unzips her pants and a 12-inch
You want a
dong
bit of
falls
gray,
out.
Adelaide?
Jesus.
I suppose you're
You
right.
must become accustomed. You must become accustomed to your blade first, and then we can worry about more advanced technique.
She nods her head and
Still, yeah, but these will still only accentuate your power. They should not replace your strikes.
right. She nods her head and once again begins going through the stances as you watch her. She now pays a little bit more attention. Now, whenever she starts getting frustrated, she tries to channel it, to focus on it, to not let it completely overwhelm her, to make her reckless, but to allow the annoyance to fuel the blows. Every now and then, the swings go a little bit too wide. You hear a sort of annoyed shout from Nipsey after she brings the sword down on one of the railings and takes a pretty large chip out of it. She says, what the hell are you doing? Do it off the damn ship! I rushes up and starts, like, trying to buff out the chip, shaking her head. But it's a productive, very, very productive, training session. And while she still has a long way to go, she is making progress.
Doesn't Karakwa or Alakul have mending?
Probably.
I don't have mending.
Somebody probably does, but it doesn't really matter. So she can take care of it. It can be done. It's just more the annoyance of. It's a character moment with Nipsey where the NPCs interact with each other in a fun way. Shut up, Connor.
I'm sorry.
Fuck up,
Alright.
Connor.
So at the end of this, Reed would turn to Venta and say, "Thank you. It's tough to teach her this style. All of my knowledge of it is secondhand, for I can never hope to wield such large weapons myself."
It's okay.
I mean, let's
It's
be
gonna work
fucking
out
honest. These weapons are like twice my size.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean, my sword
huge.
is like
Didn't they say
Yeah.
that in 5th Ed, though, that weapons scale down?
magical ones do.
Yes, but this also, this Vysander also has super heavy, so I don't know if Reed's strength would be up to it.
Well, my strength is 8.
Adelaide's is also
So no.
Adelaide's strength is also not up to it, but it's getting up to it, and it's also significantly higher than 8. But no, between the two of you, you'll make a fighter out of her yet. As she already knows how to love, she just needs to know how to fight. And then she needs to learn how to lead. Now, would you like to do anything else?
You want to do the lake thing?
If we were going to go to the lake, could we look around, start making some frost resistance potions? I'm getting a phone call.
Sure. Arctic creeper
What's a phone
grows
call?
in abundance around the water, around the lake, and the nearby river. It's not too hard to find supplies for making like frost resistance potions. Actually, pretty plentiful. The hard part is, brewing it and having the correct supplies. That being said, if you don't want to brew it yourself, the frost resistance potions are quite cheap if you just wanted to buy them, because obviously in a town like this, there's going to be an abundance of stuff like that. Supply and demand. They got tons of supply, so...
Oh my god.
My god, Tommy, I didn't even know you were here.
I forgot
Oh.
Tommy was here.
Hello. Oh, just to let you know, Colin, I took Artificer Initiate
Ooh.
as my feat since I was doing blacksmithing and, like, rune carving.
Why's it gotta be?
So I will...
Why's it gotta be
hang out-
blacksmithing?
Oh, I was just saying, I'll hang out with Nipsey a little bit in our downtime.
Okay.
Also.
One of the first things she says is, "Well, you can buff this chip out the railing."
Oh, Christ, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, as there's still a fairly sizable, even after she went over it, there's still a pretty damn sizable chip on the freaking railing. I don't know if you have mending or not, but...
The closest thing I have is Fabricate, so I could make a new rail, technically, with magic.
But, but if she sees you doing the magic, she says, she's kind of, or any kind of magic, she kind of says, shakes her head, says, no, the old-fashioned way is how you're gonna learn.
Oh boy, okay.
And she hands you, like, instead of, Gracie, no one wants you. We're waiting for you to die. She hands you, like, a set of woodworker's tools and, some extra wood and, what appears to be some wood glue and some sandpaper. And she says, "I'm gonna be busy, because I'm gonna..." She, every now and then, glances over at the old carpenter, the old shipwright who's working on the ship, insisting on keeping an eye on him, but she turns and says, "But Carrington's gonna be watching you like a hawk, so you mess up, well, I'm nice compared to what Carrington can be if you start messing up the ship. Isn't that right, sweetie?" As she turns to Carrington, and Carrington just sort of nods his head, saying, "Carrington."
Fantastic.
And then he stands there sternly watching you.
That's entirely fair.
If you want to, go ahead and give me a, I guess, what you've got, what tools do you have? Artisan's tools at this point? Blacksmithing
Okay.
tools?
I'll get Smith tools and Tinker's tools.
Tinker's
Okay,
tools will
Artificer.
probably work.
Okay.
Give me a Tinker's tools check.
Jesus.
He's dying. Which skill is that technically, Colin?
No skill, just give me a roll with proficiency.
I'm gonna fuck this shit up. 20.
You do a pretty good job, actually. It's not too hard. You actually carve a little bit more of it away to make it more even. Rough it up, put in a wooden, like, almost like an insert or a wedge that you're able to glue in place, and then you go over it with a little bit with the sandpaper, with a tiny little bit of varnish on the boat, and whenever you step away, it's basically imperceptible. It's as if the railing was as good as new. As there's you feel a heavy metal hand on your shoulder as Carrington almost looms over for you a second, but then he nods his head quite a bit and says, "Carrington."
I will nod back and say, Carrington.
Damn.
He punches you. You just said the N-word to him.
Oh my god.
You just gave him a racial slur.
We should have known.
I'm a fool. I'm sorry,
Wait,
Carrington.
did you use the hard K?
Oh no.
Oh no.
But he does nod his head, looks at it one more time. You can see he runs his hand over it slightly. You can hear the the metal almost sort of, the sound of metal on wood sort of rubbing against together. Nods his head. He walks over to Nipsey, who's watching him, and they seem satisfied.
Nice.
A good little lesson about the importance of not always using magic to solve your problems.
Amazing.
All
I'm
right.
actually just secretly trying to figure out how to make hex tech, so I've become a war criminal.
Now, that being said,
Stuffy nose doesn't stop Colin's beer game.
There's lots of other things that you're able to go around the ship and help with as you expand your tinkering and artificering and blacksmithing knowledge. You're able to work pretty closely with Basilicus, as he is a very good rune crafter, as he goes over some of his techniques. He even has expanded, not just working in iron. He shows you that several of his glasses have carefully have like runes etched into them that keep drinks cool and things like that, as he shows them up almost like a proud father showing off his child, except his child is a beer mug, you know.
Yes, I know the feeling.
And you're able to make your way around the ship and learn from quite a few people. And every now and then pops up saying, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I'll basically just like hands-on show M whatever I'm doing.
All this magic nonsense. Pretty useful, actually. You know, I knew an artificer. Tall guy. 4 hands. No. 5 hands. I think he had 6, but he lost 1 in a war. Don't ask me which one. As he goes into a long, convoluted story about meeting a man with 5 arms and 4 hands.
Oh my god, it changed mid-story too.
Ah.
Time.
But he does his M thing, making up random nonsense. Perhaps there's a seed of truth in there, perhaps not. But he sort of follows you around. The rest of the NPCs, they're in their rooms hanging out. What else would was anybody else wanting to do anything?
Cody is on the phone, but I believe he was looking into the preparations for the lake.
Easy enough to get his hands on Arctic Creeper. Not only is it sold in abundance, it's easy enough to go out and pick. As it grows quite commonly on the edge of the lake and along the nearby river. He's able to go out and between him and Henley searching the shores, basically return with an entire basket full of this Arctic Creeper vine. Once again heading back to Lincoln's quarters, where there's a pretty impressive alchemist and poisoner's kit. They are able to begin working at it, much as they did before in the actual fight with the dragons, ensuring that their work is coming along well. Lincoln, and more importantly, that they're not destroying his glassware. Lincoln kind of looks on. And he's still not back to roll an alchemy check. I hoped he would get back faster. Well, they're working on that.
There's something wrong with the Kia Forte.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I heard the engines were exploding.
It's true.
Actually.
Wait, for real?
I think there's a Kia Forte engine defect. Yep, engine
Oh,
recall.
shit.
Oh, no. Fine.
That for the
his is not
2022?
year.
Yeah.
Yep, not his year, so we're good.
He knows about that, right? No, he got a 2022.
Yeah, he's fine. This says 2017, 2018, so it was an old thing.
That's
Oh.
rough. All right. Now, I suppose, Bruce, were you planning to go out and buy livestock or?
Bruce?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. There is, as with any town, there's quite a bit of livestock. The common types, basically. You've got your sheep, chickens, cows, pigs, goats, horses. You can pretty easily buy any quantity that you want of these basic animals from the town.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna kind of temper my. I don't want to say temper here, but fuck, I can't even think of the fucking word. Anyway, I've only got so much space, so looking at the thing, there's the 2 slots underneath Grupp and Bella. I think there's gonna be just 2 draft horses,
All right.
and then I guess the top ones can be 1 for a cow, and then the pigs and chickens can get another one.
You find that you're able to head towards a pretty impressive shop. Almost looks like a small collection of buildings kind of on the outskirt of town, called the Livestock and Creamery. It's actually what appears to be both a livestock and a creamery. It sells all
An ice
sorts
cream
of dairy
parlor.
products. It sells ice cream. It sells cheeses. There's a nearby. As you approach, you can see there's a bakery across the street. The smell of fresh bread wafting up. As you head
Fuck yeah,
towards
dude! We got
the
the we got the
Livestock
farmers
and
market
Creamery.
episode.
Yeah. Whenever you enter the creamery itself, you can see there are complimentary slices of bread, like, with little pieces of cheese on it. Looks like the fresh local bread, probably baked this day, with a nice, sort of mild white cheese on it. Little, like, toothpick hanging out the top, with a little sign that says, "Take one." Basically free samples. And it's actually
Hell yeah!
pretty busy for the most part, as it looks like only about half the plate of this large platter remains. You can even see one person off in the corner munching on one, sort of sets the toothpick down and goes back to the platter and takes another 2 and very good.
Yeah.
As he continues eating.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one as well, and just move along.
Yeah, it's good.
Enjoy it.
Nice fresh bread, probably baked, like I said, that day, maybe the day before. A nice mild white cheese. You can
Well,
see
get
the
some of this.
owner of the Livestock and Creamery is a man, like a human, probably in his maybe early 20s to mid 20s. He wears surprisingly fine clothing, well sort of cut and tailored pants, nice sort of button-up shirt while wearing a vest over it. You can see the chain for a pocket watch runs along the vest. His hair sort of casually slicked to the side, as he sort of smiles, wrapping up cheeses and pouring up sort of pitchers of milk as he says, "Come one, come all. You're all welcome, and the prices are good." As he sort of smiles, and indeed, everything's quite cheap. Eventually, he does come to you, and smiles, sort of his mouth splitting to reveal bright white teeth as he says, "Welcome to the Livestock and Creamery. You're a new face."
Just passing through. Thinking to stock up on some livestock.
Passing through. Well, you're certainly going to want to come back after you try our cheeses.
Well, that could be arranged. Me, definitely gonna have to take some of this home with me.
Well, take as buy as much as you want. What are you looking for? Oh well, I apologize. It's rude. You've never been here before. My name is Digby Yates.
Digby Yates?
That's right. This is my my own little startup, I guess you could say. I guess you could say it's sort of my dream. I always wanted to make a nice, clean product, well made, with animals that are treated well.
Well, if the fucking, god damn it, why the hell are words so hard today? If the first impression is any indication, I'd say you're off to a great start.
Oh, well, thank you. We do try. Now, productions aside, how can I help you? What are you looking for? Cheese? We've got plenty of cheese. As he sort of says, would you like a wedge or a wheel or something perhaps a bit smaller, maybe just a couple of slices?
Well, we'll probably throw a couple of wheels on with what I came here for.
Wheels?
I was actually looking to get a couple of pigs, a couple of horses, a dairy cow, and some chickens.
Well, we do have those. I must warn you that before I sell any animals, I generally like to inspect where they're going. As I said, we want our animals treated humanely. That's why the cheese is so good. You can taste the love, right?
Absolutely.
But we do have those to sell: chickens and pigs, goats, cows, a couple of horses and the like. And if you want, you can go out and we can go out in a little while and inspect them.
I would like that. Would you like to do that after you inspect the ship that they will be on?
We can, since we're already here, you can see which ones are to your liking, and then I'll go and inspect the ship later today. How about that?
Sounds fine to me.
Ah, yes. And of course, the cheese, you take with you. He says I'm not too worried about that going to a particularly good home, as long as it's eaten and well liked.
I'm sure they'll like it.
But he'll have a couple of wheels of cheese, as he even goes and he goes out of his way to say, what sort of cheese do you like? What are you looking for? As he walks through, as he gets another worker to handle the other customers, as he walks you through a bunch of his cheese selection, as he shows you bries and a nice like Parmesan cheese and things like that. Large wheels of them. You do see some of them have a very hefty price tag. There's a large wheel of Parmesan cheese that's sitting at 250 gold pieces. But for the most part, it's much more affordable for these fairly sizable wheels, 10, 20 gold pieces, that sort of thing.
I'll grab maybe a couple wheels of cheddar or something.
Yeah, and then you go with something a little bit generic. Still good. Like I said, all his products here, he whenever you he's more than happy to give you like little samples of it as you taste it. You end up settling on how many do you want?
I'll do like 3 wheels of like hard cheese, like maybe a cheddar, and some other types. I don't know. Just 3 different types of hard cheese that'll last longer, and then maybe like a little bit of like goat cheese or something.
Okay. You get some hard 3 wheels of hard cheese, and like I said, it's not cheap, but these aren't small wheels of cheese. These are big wheels of cheese. Enough to last the crew for a pretty significant amount of time. The 3 hard cheeses ends up coming out to about 50 gold pieces. But like I said, they're large wheels.
Is it cold enough that we could use them as wheels on the cart?
I mean, theoretically, probably. And he even he throws in a nice wedge of a softer goat cheese for free. He says, you know, not many people coming around that buy 3 whole wheels of cheese. I'm more than happy to throw in a nice wedge of this goat cheese on the house for your, for how much you're spending.
Much obliged.
But like I said, these are not small wheels of cheese. They're gonna last the crew a little while, as long as nobody's like gorging on the damn cheese.
Hell no! Fucking Adelaide's gonna get gout.
Oh yeah, they walk in and just see everyone around the cheese like, oh my god, I can't believe I ate that much cheese. Someone's on top of the shit with their ass hanging over the edge saying, I can't poop! You know, that sort of thing.
I haven't shit in a week!
The greatest fear.
The cheese is binding me! So, like, the only one that's arrived okay is Carrington, who's just standing there as Nipsey angrily says, you're only fine because you're lactose intolerant and you didn't eat any. That sort of thing.
I would have imagined he would have eaten cheese just gotten gummed up in the works.
Digby tells you that he says, obviously you don't have to try to carry these massive cheeses with you. I'll have them delivered. I'll deliver them personally today. Whenever I go and inspect the boat. Now, as for the actual animals themselves, he does lead you to the actual livestock area and shows you around. Like I said, they're all basically sort of free-range animals. They all look well-fed. He has quite a few of them of all sorts. He even has a couple of older oxen that he just lets out to be free. They're not producing milk, and he doesn't use them to pull much anymore, but he just wants to give them a good end of life as they sort of walk around a currently somewhat snowy pasture, unperturbed mostly by the cold. What did you say you want to buy? What was the total? It was a couple of draft horses.
Yeah, it was. I got 2 draft horses. Probably like 5 chickens would be sufficient.
Yeah.
2 pigs, a male and a female, and then a dairy cow.
All right. Let's see.
That should take up to 4 pens.
A draft horse is 50 gold per. And you said you wanted 2?
Yep.
So that's 100 gold pieces. You wanted 5 chickens. That is a silver piece for 5 chickens. So a gold and a silver piece. You wanted a cow. That is 10 gold for a cow, so that's 60 gold and a silver. And a pig is 3 gold, so 63 gold pieces. And he's not gonna worry about the silver. A nice round down to 63 total. We'll get you a cow, 2 draft horses, 5 chickens.
Wait, hang on.
And a pig.
I might be doing the math wrong here.
Or it's
I was
100.
trying to run a calculator while
Wait,
you're.
hold on. It's 100 because it's
Yeah, I got
it's
166.
2 draft horses. You said.
Yeah, 2
right?
draft horses,
Yep.
the 50 golden cheese.
Yeah, the 50
10
gold for the
plus
cheese.
6 gold.
Yeah.
166 gold pieces. All right.
Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those chickens.
Fucking classic.
God, that teleportation circle's gonna
And
smell
then they
like
all
shit.
fly away.
Oh my god.
Aruna goes to the two Thrycreen and says, "They're pooping all over the teleportation circle."
We'll never be able to use it again.
All right, that'll do it though.
It's a shame we don't have a naturally occurring slave race. Yeah, I'm about to call him to ask if he's okay.
Even though he's on the phone.
What,
He-
Cody?
Killed a man himself.
True.
Let me go ahead and write down 2 draft horses, an egg, 5 chickens. Chickens? 3 wheels of hard cheese. Was that it? 2 draft horses, pig, chickens. Is there another animal I can't remember?
It
was a pig.
I wrote
2
down the
pigs.
pig.
2 pigs.
2 pigs? Okay.
Yeah.
Pig.
Pigs, 5 chickens. 2 draft horses, 2 pigs, 5 chickens, 3 wheels, hard cheese, 3 large wheels, hard cheese.
And then one of those is like a wheel of soft cheese too. That was it.
Soft cheese. Okay.
Soft chiz. Tell me why.
He's more than happy to have that delivered later in the day. So whenever he goes to inspect the actual living conditions themselves, judging by the surroundings that he keeps his current animals in, you think it might be a good idea to sort of go spiffy up the old stables.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and give him a warning. Like, now don't be too lost about the Thrycreen that are taking care of them. That are running the stables on our ship. They've been doing a good job of taking care of the hippogriff and whatever the fuck Grop is. Not
Ostrich.
good with animals.
Emu.
Or yeah, emu, not an ostrich.
I don't think Bruce would know the difference.
Probably not.
Now, it says,
Some kind of chicken lizard.
Thrycreen.
Chicken lizard. Holy shit!
Thrycreen.
Lizard.
I'm a big fan of chicken lizard. That's real good.
Wow, I don't
do
even
not
know.
like
I don't
this
even know what the
Cobra
hell.
chicken.
I don't even know what the hell those are.
I really want to watch Galaxy Quest now. Thanks, Beaver.
But
Spelling Frogmen.
I'm sure.
Bombs.
I'm sure. I guess I'll learn something new today. But I will have them delivered to you promptly. And he nods his head. And he walks up to the old oxen and sort of pats it on the side. Well, old girls, looks like you're ready for another journey. You ready to stretch those legs? As the oxen just sort of lazily go.
I like it.
It might be a little while, but it'll be before the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
As
Now
he
that's done.
that is done.
What is his name? Before I chime in.
I didn't hear what you said.
So what did you say before I chimed in?
He's speaking the gay. What did you say before Beaver interrupted you?
Oh, but that's taken care of. He'll have it delivered.
Hey, he's back.
Cody's back.
Cody
Bottom
has
back
returned.
cheese.
Oh no,
Bruce
he's
bought
not.
them.
He's not. He's not back
Well,
yet.
he's got
He's
a
picking
pot of
stuff up.
mac and cheese.
Love
Bruce
mac
has
and
bought
cheese.
them, therefore, it is up to Bruce to name them all. And I want names for every animal.
Let's hear.
Okay, are you fucking ready for my list of chicken names? I swear to fucking god I had this ready on my phone.
Yes!
Oh god. You got 5 of them.
Okay, I've got Johann Sebastian Bach, B-O-K.
God damn it.
Yes!
I've got Cluck Norris.
Yes!
Hang on, I've got Featherlock Lear.
Wait, what was that one?
Feather Locklear.
Heather
Okay.
Locklear,
Okay.
Luke Beakley, and Hen Jennings.
It got worse as you went on.
Congratulations.
The first two were good.
The Hippogriff are going to eat all those chickens.
I don't know.
Well,
Feather
I mean,
Locklear was
that's
pretty
because
good,
I
though.
fucking had Johann Sebastian Bach as the first one I came up
Yeah,
with.
you
Everything
should.
else
I
after
mean,
that
yeah,
was gonna fucking taper
That
off.
needed to be your closer.
Yeah, you should have used that for the closer, buddy.
It was on the fucking top of the list for a reason.
The Hippogriff is going to eat those chickens. They're going to die. The draft horses are going to eat the fucking chickens.
What about the pig? What's the pig's name?
Your mom.
I don't have pig names at the ready. I need more
Just
animal puns.
Kevin Bacon. Come on.
No.
Alright. They'll be delivered. He dismisses your animal puns and lets you go on your way.
Jesus.
Who even is Johann Sebastian Bach?
Shakes his head sadly.
These aren't
Did you
puns
ever-
in this world.
Did you ever think of asking them their names instead of giving them cute baby names?
Oh shit. He's not a druid, so no.
No, you suck, Beaver.
I just assume their genders
Go
too.
gotta go talk to Karakwa, and he's just like, that one likes to be called Jeff.
His name is Susan, and he wants you to respect his
Well-
life choices.
My name is
I
Jeff.
can tell you, being that it's just a fucking chicken, it doesn't have a name.
Chickens haven't evolved to develop social identities.
That's racist. You don't get to use their names. Now, as for the actual chickens, like I said, all the livestock will be sent over later in the day whenever he goes to inspect the actual stables themselves. So, you know, you're good.
I got a question out of character. We've specified they're chickens. Did you get a rooster?
He's already got a cock.
Lamau.
It's not low-hanging fruit if you never elevate.
He just said Johann Sebastian Bach.
It's
There we
Cluck
go.
Norris.
There we go.
Hamwise Gamgee. Bravo.
It can't be that low hang. It can't be as low hanging as my fucking balls.
But yeah, you go back
Big
to
fan.
you go back to the ship and tell him to gussy up those stables because they gotta look good.
Who even left?
It's Nick.
Nick.
I think Nick was AFK.
Yeah, he hadn't said anything for a while, so.
Gussy up
He's
those
back.
There he is.
Oh my
gussy
God,
up
he's
those
back.
stables because they gotta look nice. Who else is doing stuff? Otherwise, we
Yeah.
moving on.
I got a
Ready
new
makes the
headset, so I had to. It was not letting me hear through my headset.
What the
I think I got it figured out.
what the fuck headset?
I just had to restart Discord.
Before I left, I was talking about some frost-resistant potions.
Yeah, you get since you were gone, I already had you gather the stuff and you can start
Mm.
working on it.
Does Aruna want to help me out in Lincoln's lab?
I guess.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Aruna seems to be
Fine.
feeling sick, so.
I'll do it.
Okay, fuck you.
You can have advantage unless you want me to do the roll.
Link,
Well, I'll do it. You did it last time and it failed only somewhat, so I can do it this time and fail
Okay,
moderately.
okay, go for it.
Lincoln's
So is it just a
glassware is at your
intelligence-
service.
Is it just an intelligence ability check with advantage?
It's an alchemist
And
tools.
proficient.
Intelligence alchemist tools check.
So. I'll just do this.
Actually,
So that's a 19 plus 5 because of proficiency.
All right.
24. Why couldn't we gotten that before? And I was looking to make the 1 hour long length potions.
Okay. Like I said, you've got access to like Arctic creeper here is abundant.
Common.
You're able to, like I said, you were able to go out with Henley and easily gather like a basket full in the course of an hour or two.
Oh my God, did they frolic together?
I hope so.
Whenever you arrived back, you went straight to Lincoln, sequestered away in his room. It looks like he's working on various sort of poisons, experimental poisons. He has a little bit of Arctic Creeper himself off to one side. but you're able to go to his alchemist kit and begin working away. With surprising ease, you make, quite a few of these potions. Maybe 10 of them for the hour-long ones.
Lamau.
And it's not bad.
Uh,
Was it Alakul and Henley? They got frost resistance rings, yeah.
Probably. I can't remember who exactly.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I definitely did, and I'm pretty sure Rick did.
And then,
Pretty sure.
Wasn't there someone who has inherent frost resistance?
That was me.
2 people did, I think.
Oh, two
Yeah,
people.
it should be the monks.
Oh, Reed has
No,
frost resistance.
I think didn't Aruna have something for frost resistance already?
Don't you get like elemental resistance at some point?
I thought I was getting a cape of frost resistance out of the dragon hide.
I mean, you needed to make it.
I mean, that was what I was doing in the town. I thought I had that.
You have to say that.
Last session I thought I did.
I don't think
Last session was screaming.
Oh, one before that then.
I don't remember that happening.
We mentioned something about making stuff with the dragon, but we didn't finalize anything because we didn't think it would be fair with not everyone there.
Damn it.
You could also just buy a ring.
Or you could just drink
Oh,
this
wait.
potion, motherfucker.
I think I
Alright,
did
by
buy
the
a
way,
ring. I think I did buy.
What-
Let me check.
What did you need us to get, Connor? It was
I did get one.
300 gold diamond.
Oh yeah, I need everybody to have a 300 gold diamond on their person.
Jesus.
Can we buy that in this village, or?
I mean,
Apparently-
yeah, it's pretty sizable. Like I said, it's a pretty sizable town / city.
Okay.
I won't do it because I'd rather just die.
Fair.
Understandable, to be honest. And I already gave Adelaide hers.
She's
Alright.
she's unimpressed as she says, "What, this rock?"
Yep. Put it.
Didn't she already
on-
have one?
300 gold.
No, I just gave her one before.
D&D Beyond has it worth 5,000.
Before we fucked.
A pauper.
Are you looking at
pauper
revival
stone?
time?
You need the thing for his spell specifies it needs to be a diamond worth 300 gold.
It has to
At
be
least
worth
300.
at least 300.
It can be
Okay,
worth
so only-
5,000 if you want to be that
Bougie.
cool.
The only diamond available in the D&D Beyond inventory costs 5,000 gold.
Just
I
minus.
just
guess I could
subtracted
add it,
300
it
from
just
my
would be
yeah,
thing.
300.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
Chip off some of it.
Man, that sounds stupid.
And I can't remember. Is it consumed?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think it is.
Because
yeah.
it has a material cost. It's most
Yeah.
likely consumed.
It's a pauper's stone, but I suppose.
Yep. Put it on your fucking ear.
Can I get mine as a belly button ring instead?
Sick.
Or a toe ring?
You want me to wear this gaudy and tacky and cheap piece of jewelry?
Yep.
Roll a persuasion check.
Nicki Minaj. Fuck off.
Beaver Chicky Minaj is actually too good.
Nicki Minaj.
You can actually thank Michaela for that one.
Want to go to the beach?
Michaela came up with Chicken Minaj.
29 persuasion.
She sort of sighs. And why exactly am I wearing this?
In case you die.
In case you die.
I think death might be preferable.
It might be, but you know,
Damn.
Someone already made that joke, Adelaide. Put the damn earring on.
Not for the rest of us, bitch.
that's true. I also want to get her an earring
Fine.
so that she can communicate.
Fine. She puts the earring in.
It is not negotiable.
Everything's negotiable.
Not this.
What about these nuts?
She puts the earring.
Got him.
Good, thank you. And I will leave her be. Dairy Styles is also too good. You're on fire, Beaver.
Rolling her eyes. She
don't
goes
know what
back
it is.
to.
I think we need Darius.
I could fucking be building rocket ships or shit, but instead I'm here fucking making up goddamn animal puns.
She says,
It's all my fucking brain can do.
"Do I look like a gay man in 1993?" As she plays with the earring.
You already did. Now it just looks better.
Is that why you were so attracted to me, Ito?
Yes.
All right. But she goes back to training with the earring in her ear.
I'll walk away, but I'll start like giving very bad critique on her swordsmanship over the earring.
She starts, and she sort of.
Worth it.
You know, she
No,
turns
no,
and-
you're left. You're military left.
You
That
know,
was a high guard.
in a
not a
time
low
of
guard.
in a time of war, I believe the coffers of the Empire should be filled as much as possible. Maybe it's time to call in your debt, Ito.
I mean, you can call. Phone ain't answering.
Been there, done that.
Anyway, so Adelaide now has the communication earring and a resurrection stone.
She says, "I need a runa. I'm going to the Ile de Royhan to fuck your fiance
All right.
Real quick,
Works and well.
and your sister at the same time."
wasn't there someone who didn't have a communication earring?
Was Max or Bruce?
No, I had one during the insurrection.
Was
with
it-
Hans,
Was it Henley?
I think
can't
it was
remember.
Henley.
Might have been Henley.
because he was the newest.
It was Jennifer Lopez.
Oh shit.
Yo, Jin Heifer Lopez. Fuck yeah.
No! No!
Pretty good.
No! Holy shit, that's too good.
God, it's the whole game is just naming livestock.
Oh my god, I can't stop.
I mean, it had to
I
happen.
can't stop.
Jen Heifer Lopez is so good.
I hate it.
I love
Why?
it.
Sorry, I was muted. I hate everything, not just the. I saved you from me sneezing like 40 times in a row.
Would it have eclipsed Jen Heifer Lopez?
Yes, it would have.
Shame. You played yourself.
All right. Point is, you get it done. You've got some frost resistance potions.
Zig,
Uh,
please.
10 of them. I'm
Al-
gonna put 10 in my inventory.
Alec Cool, you work a little bit, briefly as a little bit of a translator, as, sort of, Bruce comes up to you and he's like, so we gotta make sure that the, stables are very, very clean, because they're coming to be inspected, to sort of make sure that the Thrycreen that are taking care of it, understand, because, no, they gotta be clean. But the stables aren't bad. They just gussy it up and spiff it up to make it look nice and clean. Make sure all the hay is fresh. They've got adequate like feed for chickens and things like that. Because Digby Yates does
I
not
hope
like.
we get ducks instead of chickens.
You can get ducks, duck eggs. You can eat duck eggs.
Yo, Samuel
I want him to
Quaxton,
tell
let's
us they're
go.
chickens, but I want
Hell
them to
yeah.
ducks.
Let's go, Samuel Quaxton. Let's go.
Henry Calville is so good.
But
That's great.
Bruce very much got the feeling that Digby Yates is I mean, he's one of those like free range, startup, make sure the animals are treated right people,
White? Anybody else hear that? I heard that.
treated white, which is,
Well, yeah, the white meat.
like really well, obviously, and not getting shot at by the town guards.
I mean, like, I'm sorry, but that whole exchange I was thinking of in Django. You know Jerry, right?
Jerry Rice. But yeah, you make sure that they do. Like I said, they don't have to do that much work. They just
Yeah, I go and I help out just to translate a little bit, make sure.
All right. Like I said, you don't have to wait long before he shows up towards the roughly, the end of the day with a very impressive menagerie array of animals, three very large wheels of hard cheese, probably a significantly smaller wheel of soft cheese. As he actually comes in and walks around the stables. You know, he takes Wood's finger and sort of runs it along it. It's a little bit dusty, but he doesn't like say, "Dust, no good." He said, not too bad. I mean, obviously there's gonna be a little bit of dust in every stable. A little bit of dander and the like, but he does go around, make sure that the feed is adequate, make sure that you've got, the space is adequate. Seems to be very interested in in Grop, as he sort of leans in and says, is it friendly?
Yeah.
And he
Drop's incredibly friendly. You can go ahead. I mean, as long as you don't just like try and punch it. But...
Is he friendly? Pop!
reaches out and begins sort of running his hand underneath Grop's, through the feathers on his neck, as Grop sort of just gently lays his hand on it. As you immediately, he turns to look at Bella. Is she friendly? Which, you know, she is not that friendly.
No. She's just a bit ornery.
Well, I don't want to lose a hand, and if it doesn't want to be pet, obviously I don't want to violate that. So he just sort of smiles and watches it for a little bit and says, "Well, it's." He looks around, a little bit small, but adequate.
Heard that before.
But I suppose where do we bring it in? As he looks, the two Thri-kreen go to the double doors at the bottom and open them, and are able to extend the ramp, as he's able to bring up the chickens, the pigs, the cow, and the horses, and sees that they are settled in place. As pretty quickly they are happily munching on feed. As the sounds of happy animals begin to sort of echo off the wooden walls of the ship and rise up to the top levels. Well, good luck sleeping. It's gonna be hell if they start making a racket.
I don't sleep.
Oh. Well, lucky you.
Yeah.
Hopefully the sounds of the engines will drown them out.
That's true. Just the thrum, the whir of engines.
Yeah,
But
luckily there's that between us.
he says, wow. Well, thanks for the business. As he it's now when he sort of accepts the pay. He doesn't want prepaid for the animals if he wasn't gonna accept the living conditions. But you hand over the gold, which was how much? Like 160 something, 63,
166.
166. You take you find a nice sort of dark and out of the way place and stack up the wheels of cheese. And he goes on his way saying, hey, if you ever looking for any other dairy products, you know, some nice milks, cheeses, the like, you know, come to the old Livestock and Creamery. Digby's Livestock and Creamery. I didn't want to, you know, put my name on it because that seems a little bit like pretentious, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
But he nods his head. I knew it. But
It depends on the environment, you know.
yeah, but I also didn't want to call it the Livestock and Creamery like it's the only.
That is
thing.
definitely more pretentious.
But
Don't worry.
that's why it's just
Absolutely.
Livestock and Creamery. If you want ice cream, you know, please feel free to come on down.
What's an ice cream?
It's sort of frozen confection made with like sugar and cream, milk, vanilla, and then similar flavorings.
Huh.
Well,
And people eat this?
Well, you should come on down and try it.
I will try the ice cream.
He smiles and says,
We'll
"Of
try the ice
course."
cream.
You goes to the he sort of motions for you to come on down to the livestock and creamery.
I feel like I'm about to get killed, but okay.
I mean, he's pretty much what he is. He's, you know,
Gonna be made into
He's a southern gentleman.
he's a nice startup businessman making a living with his livestock and creamery. Is
there a barber shop in view?
I mean, probably actually.
Hell yeah.
Concern.
He takes you and he basically introduces you to ice cream. No?
This is the greatest thing Ito has ever tasted.
It's a delicious sort of vanilla. As you munch on it, it's a little bit cold, all things considered, as you look outside where it's rapidly entering winter of an already cold summer, and you're not sure about the actual business behind selling ice cream in a frozen wood. But hey, you know what? It tastes great. It'd probably go over like gangbusters on the Ile de Royhan.
Ito leans in and whispers, "Kill wins is better," and leaves.
That's not nice.
Fucking monster.
It's true though.
He all of a sudden the door to the creamery closes as he says, "You better take that back if you want the antidote."
Good.
There was poison in that ice cream.
Oh my god.
I suppose that's why Killwins is better.
Take it back
There
or
you go.
you die. But no, it's pretty good. Pretty good ice cream.
This is pretty good, you know.
Pretty good.
Kill wins is real good though.
Tell your friends, you come back now.
Come back now, you hear?
Good old Digby Yates. Not everyone needs a tragic backstory.
That's
Now,
true.
you've got your animals.
Now on to tragic backstories.
On to tragic backstories. You all blow up in an explosion. The end.
Finally.
Thanks, Nipsey.
Finally.
She says, "You earned it, you son of a bitch." That's basically all that there is to it. Like I said, that's mostly what happens through the passing of the day. We make some. Let's make a cow token. File save as cow.
It's me, cow token.
Could you do cow roker?
Let's make a pig.
Colon cowl.
There you go.
5e.
Pole and cowl. There we go. That's better.
We're gonna make one to make fun of fucking James Corden.
Nobody likes
No,
James Corden.
No,
that fat
James
sack
Corden
of
is
shit.
ignored because
That's
he's
the
a piece
point.
of shit.
That's to make fun of him.
I hope James Corden gets hit by lightning.
Alright, that's fair.
He's just not funny, Tommy.
I know it's not funny.
Cat
Anyone actually think he's
sucked.
funny?
I really liked his Doctor Who episode, but he was being written, so
Alright, we got a pig token.
Oh
That's
my
only
God.
stopped because they edited out all the assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
release the
Does
butthole cut.
the cat buttholes really do it for you, Lou?
Apparently.
you ever seen a cat's
I
butthole?
would only watch cats if it was the.
I mean, I
butthole.
have seen a
I'm not
cat's
gonna-
butthole. It's unpleasant.
I'm not gonna lie. That's the only way I'm watching it.
I forgot that cats got made.
I mean, that's probably for the best, honestly. Nobody wants to remember it. Alright.
My gift. My curse. I was supposed to be the one to fill your dark heart with light.
You were
just-
supposed to be the
God.
chosen one.
Chosen one.
Where the fuck do you
Obi-Wan.
think you are, Tommy, in Kingdom Hearts?
Obi-Wan premiered. No, that was fucking Spider-Man and Star
Tommy,
Wars.
no,
Devil May
that
Cry.
fucking Dark Heart
And
was like
Devil May
Devil May Cry. That was Devil May Cry 1. That was the
Yeah.
fucking worst line I've ever heard in my life,
Blow
too.
the old nose.
I feel like
The
we
delivery
went full
was-
circle too.
I think
Another
I think we had a
fantastic.
proverbial fucking aneurysm of fucking lines.
Another classic is the Mega Man, where he goes, "What am I fighting for?"
Yep,
Ziggy
that's right up there with it. Yep.
Mega Man X4.
Yep. Truly.
Cow, we
wonderful-
got chickens. We guess we'll have some.
What was Zero fighting for?
Future
The
booty.
world main.
Become a new main character that people didn't like as much.
All right. Now,
And then others-
Zero was more popular than Mega Man.
Yeah. Probably. I was just
Laura just yelled he was edgier.
He was blonde. That's all he needed.
If this
Find
lake
a
isn't
nice
a
Kenobi
Hey,
premieres in 64 days, everybody.
Hey,
I can't
There's-
wait to not watch it.
there's a nice
Same.
Yeah.
horse for a horse token.
hey, Colin, can this lake
Yeah.
adventure be a dungeon that's all pun related?
You, like I said,
Colin sighs, pulls out a dusty notebook.
you don't need to do the lake adventure.
He's
It's
trying
fine.
to really dissuade us from the lake adventure. I
Jiggy, what the
There's-
know how
fuck?
I feel.
Let's see, horse.
You know, it's always Ziggy what the fuck, not Ziggy why the fuck.
Oh my god.
I don't care why. I want to know what she needs.
All right. We got
English, damn it.
speak. Put down
He's been
horse.
putting Ziggy through Japanese cram school to learn English.
Shit, I won't learn Japanese if Ziggy can speak Japanese. I'll learn any
Well, that's very-
language.
I think I'm
Quiet
turning
dismay of you, Nick.
Japanese.
Isn't that cultural appropriation from the Shiba Inus?
Yeah,
No.
what if she only speaks
Wow.
in racist dog whistles?
Holy shit.
Let's drag the tokens where I
Ziggy
need
only
them.
speaks in racist dog whistles.
Hmm.
Nick, what if you deliver her commands in iambic pentameter?
I'm
Have you
not
tried
going-
that?
I'm not going to do that, Connor.
I mean, it could work. You don't know.
It
She could
probably
be.
won't.
She could be a Shakespearean dog.
Wait,
I'm
Ziggy's like
probably
Lady
not.
Rhaenyra.
That's not
Willing
a
to
cow,
bet.
that's a bull.
It's just a generic token. You
Lou,
know,
I've
calm
got
the fuck
news
down.
for you. I don't know if you know this.
Is it
Well-
down? Can we get chocolate milk
He,
from
he,
it?
he, it was specifically a dairy cow.
Yeah. You're gonna get some dairy, all right.
Oh no.
Bend over.
It's just a generic token. It does not
He's gonna-
matter.
He's gonna make you his heifer.
Yeah,
There is
you're
no
gonna
dairy
you're gonna
cow
start
anymore.
producing dairy milk now, Reed.
I don't want to be on Reed milking duty this week. It's bullshit.
Dude, he's
Nah.
Are we just making the fucking Mad Max Fury Road? We're just gonna have him real fat, engorged with milk in the basement.
There's some
Yes.
chickens.
And
Oh
we
my
already
God.
have a halfling on the telescope.
We can make a milk bar.
Mm.
Don't say just like it.
Say,
Mhm.
The point is, there's all sorts of animals in there.
Gut milk.
Thanks, Michael Bay.
Now,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Milky Bobby Brown.
everything is, fine. Everything is nice and good.
Doubt.
Let me see. What
Don't
is
lie
it?
to me, boy.
That
Check.
I don't like the pig pictures. I want them to go away. They're creepy.
Creepy.
Tommy.
I liked him at
Look at
first,
him.
but yeah, now the eyes are kind of staring into your soul vibe.
Oh man, I've been on the wrong map this whole time. Let me see.
You're about to get oinked.
There's just
I
some.
mean,
Oinked.
There's some.
Oh,
there's
shit.
some generic animals down there.
The good news is, if we ever have any dead bodies, we know where to put them in. Put them in with the pigs.
It's true.
Now the pig's like, hey,
Wait,
wanna
wait a
fuck?
second. How fucking big is this chicken?
There's 5 of them, so.
Oh, okay.
It's a
It's a
fucking
chicken swarm.
Yeah, I was really hoping you was gonna have 5 tokens.
It's a
for 5
chicken
chickens.
king, Connor. It's like a rat king.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, isn't a Chicken King an actual menu item at KFC?
Probably.
I don't know.
I have never willingly.
Oh no,
entered
I'm
a
sorry, Burger
KFC.
King. Burger King.
Yeah, the
Burger
chick king.
Yeah.
Some horses. Good enough.
I know where to look.
I swear I heard Vampire Survivors.
He's playing Vampire Survivors. I also heard it.
Yep.
He's unlocking that new shit.
Yep.
You got the power of 2 pistol bang bang.
The coward is being offline on Steam, so he can play Vampire Survivor.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. He doesn't want to disappoint Colin.
Yeah, I didn't
even
want
though
to
he doesn't
disappoint him
pay
directly.
attention
There you
anyway.
go. There's a bunch of
Already a
animals now.
disappointment.
They're all running around having a good time, probably fucking and all sorts of shit. You don't know. Who knows?
Nice.
And you make sure you give each animal the correct name so we don't get them confused.
Yes, that's
Alright.
of vital importance.
So this is. Okay.
I mean, Poland Cowl has to be the black one, right?
No,
I'm gonna
that's
fucking lose
Jin Heifer Lopez.
Shit. I can't decide if I like Jen Heifer Lopez better than Poland Cow.
Cow token name. Can...
Colin's gonna be doing this for the next 20
There
minutes.
you go. Bitch tits.
Great.
We're making headway on this game, I'll tell you what. guys.
Token name is.
Colin over here, like, this is gonna be a short episode, guys. 4 hours of animal puns later.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
There you go.
Adjusts rope.
The horses are hung and low.
Oh, damn it.
Great.
Oh no.
This pig is gonna be.
Beaver, he
Wait,
doesn't
we should
appreciate
name one of them Sum Ting Wong and the other one's Bang Ding Ao.
Please no. Please don't do that.
I like how we're doing this just before, we go to the Jin Ma,
Are we?
I think we're going to Jinma next.
Where are we going?
We don't know. We were waiting for you to speak up.
I'm pretty
Damn.
sure
Did you
we
just
should go
name
to
that
Bayaz
chicken
Kumar
cock
next.
tease?
Yes.
You
Let's
sure
just-
did.
We send the ship to Bayaz Kum Lahar.
Big ass
Then we-
cooming hard.
We have
There
to
you
do
go.
The, we have to do the Elderoy.
Wait. What are the Thrycreens' names?
Hey Connor, shut up. I'm trying
You
to figure out
you
where we're
couldn't
going.
fucking pronounce it.
No, that's fair.
So, I honestly
Cagney and
think...
Lacey.
Shut up. We need to finish this Baba Yaga stuff, so we need to go to the Elderoy Han. Sorry, Connor.
That means I have to go to not the Ildoroyhan first, but the Weird Sea first.
I mean, is it not adjacent?
Go.
No. The Ildoroyhan is to the south. The Weird Sea is to the west.
We'll see is out here.
No, let me go look at the map. Sorry.
Weird Sea.
Oh, okay.
So, the Ildoroyhan is important, but the Weird Sea stuff is, in terms of like orders of magnitude, I have to do the Weird Sea stuff first.
Check the watch on Baba Yaga timer that we have. Is Green Lady more Elderoy Han or more Weird Sea?
Yes.
Both.
It's
Yeah.
both.
I have to do the Weird Sea first.
I mean, I don't feel like there's an actual order that it has to be done in, but
I also don't think so. I think I have a higher chance of being able to teleport us to the Elderoy Han than I do the Weird Sea itself.
You just go to Fight Door.
There should be there is a teleportation circle in Ildoroy Han. I came
Yes.
from there.
There is.
Yeah, but he needs to know it.
Oh.
Sequence.
Would the knowledge of the sequence be passed on with me, Colin?
I mean, I can get the
Would that be? I mean, that too.
You can describe it to him, but that only makes it more. It doesn't guarantee it. Like if you had a teleportation circle, it just makes it a lot more likely.
If it's a permanent circle, it's on target.
I
no
would
matter
like
what.
to go to the Weird Sea first.
Don't click that.
Clicking.
Stop looking at porn.
It was posted in.
Okay. Well, you guys pick a place to go, and I will try to get us there. The important word is try, because there is a chance that it is not on target.
Weird
There is no
Sea.
try.
You could end up in the middle of the ocean, or you could end up dead. But that's okay.
Dying is not a thing
Jesus
either way.
Christ.
I mean, the
God
simple
damn,
fact
Already
is,
agreed about going to Beaz Kumlahar next.
Yeah, well, we can. What I'm saying is, we can send the ship to Beaz, and I can teleport us back to the ship. But if there's somewhere else we'd like to go in the meantime that is more feasible that I can get us to, I can teleport us to said location and then teleport back to the ship when it arrives. Since we have downtime.
Like I said, Ito would prefer to do the Weird Sea first.
Like, how long is it gonna take the ship to get to Beaz after it's ready to go, Colin?
And that's like
To
That's a-
Beaz,
that's a
like
fucking
to
phase.
depends on where in Beaz Kumlahar. Parzula, a while. To actually just Beaz Kumlahar, not that long. You're basically, I mean, it's right there. That's Beaz
Yeah.
Kumlahar.
I always think Beaz was to the south for some reason.
I mean, it extends far to the south. That's just the edge.
No,
of it.
I mean like I always
Like,
forget that
directly
the salt.
south.
Yeah, I always thought that it was directly south for some reason.
Yeah, it's southeast.
So you would be traveling for a while yet by the airship, even with the
Or-
improved.
We make a break for it and go for the continent to the west.
I mean,
We find America.
I'm just trying to offer us being able to complete multiple things while the ship's in transit instead of us just being stuck on the ship for long periods of time.
Yeah, no, I think that's valid. Like we are a large enough party that we could split up.
Well, we don't have to split. I can take all of us here, and the ship can travel with the NPC.
That's what I meant. We have enough hands on deck that the ship could maneuver by itself.
Yeah.
To the west has that one place, the island chain that had the bone armor.
That's Henley's thing, isn't it?
No, that's nobody's
I don't-
thing.
Oh,
It's just what the people there wear the bones of their ancestors as armor.
I'm just gonna teleport us all to a random location since we're not coming to a decision.
I mean, if we're gonna do something while we're traveling to Beaz Kumlahar, I do not care.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd be fine with it.
Okay. Okay, so the Okay, so has anyone been to White Dwarf? Because that's the
Nope.
closest to the Weird Sea we can get, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
farthest
We ended up
I've
deciding
been is
not to go to White
Frost.
Dwarf.
Okay. Huh?
I think the farthest we have been is Prost.
No, I'm asking what
No,
Reed said.
we haven't been across yet.
We ended up not going to White Dwarf.
Okay. Well, in other words, what I'm
We
saying
had the
is,
option.
for the
Yeah.
higher
That
success
was the
rate,
choice we made it.
the misfire chance on description alone is fairly high.
The issue is we would then be teleporting to places that are probably already fallen to the Everfrost.
Yeah, no. We actually we did get to the mountains,
And Prost is close. Yeah, we got to the mountains where the
but then we went
Dragon
up.
School
But
was.
then yeah, ahead from us dropped us off at Ertzing.
Yeah, so we
But
never
like
made it.
Prost is closed, and we would probably not be able to successfully teleport there. And I don't think we know the status of White Dwarf.
Teleport is, or Prost is no longer on this plane.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so like we would teleport to a hole.
I mean,
So the
uh,
Ilda Royhan is likely the safest teleport option,
yeah.
but then we would not be in. Like, regardless, I don't know how we're doing anything in the Weird Sea without the boat also there. Especially if that
fair.
entire area has already been taken over.
Yeah, unless we hire someone to like boat us over there or something.
I imagine it wouldn't be too hard.
It might be if the town is actually just taken over, because everyone's probably dead.
Yeah.
Then we
I
can just
mean-
take a boat.
I mean, I
Dead
guess,
men
yeah,
need no
but,
boats.
but
I mean-
also the town could just be gone.
I mean, okay. I think the highest likelihood of succeeding is, like we said, Elderoy-Han. We do Elderoy-Han stuff, we can gather info about White Dwarf in the area to see if we can go there safely or not.
I mean,
And then the ship can travel to a town
What is
city.
needed in the Weird Sea?
We gotta take care of the Green Lady. Remember, we have a 6 month time
I
frame.
know, but is that where she is?
no. Well, we don't know.
Well, she's tied to the Weird Sea and the Elderoy-Han,
Yep.
so it kind of solves both problems.
Got it. But do we have
And-
any information specifically to go do something like we know of, like a specific object or thing we're trying to get there besides that? Like something
Yes.
that gives us like more track to follow going into the Weird Sea other than we're going to that area.
So I was advised that I needed to go to the Weird Sea numerous times to start with Kalam, the hallucinatory drug that gave me the vision of the Green Lady in the first place, as well as Ilmater mentioned the Weird Sea, if I recall.
Remember that. What I'm asking is like,
I
is
was
there
by myself when that occurred.
is there a thing that we can like latch onto and go do, or do we need to go to the Ildorohan, try and gather more information since it's closer, and then go?
I mean,
think,
so the Ilderoyahan doesn't have much like traffic from White Dwarf. It's too far away. They deal with people from Prost and Weiskermond and Bayaz Kulahar. That's White Dwarf is kind of out of the way. I'd be surprised if half the people there even know where it is.
well, regardless, I think for Green Lady information, it might be worth just going to the Elderoy-Han, at least temporarily, even for a little vacay R&R, you know, man. But if you want to go after your magic drug, you can offer a solution to get us there reliably, without me teleporting us into, you know, into the side of a mountain.
I mean, we could ask. Actually, I would ask Adelaide. Does she know if there's a teleportation circle in White Dwarf?
Well, okay, here's what you should do. Considering we have Gen, you should send Gen a sending and ask for the status of White Dwarf if he knows, as it is part of the Empire and he's currently, you know.
That was going to be my
Or
follow-up.
you could sending to Adelindra.
Is she there?
You don't know where she is.
Yeah, I don't
think.
remember where
she's
she
on
is.
the front, but she might have information since she is.
I mean,
on
the front is over here.
I know, but because she is fighting, she might know status of White Dwarf.
Yep.
So either her or Gen would be the people probably to ask, like, what's the sitch?
I would start with Adelindra just to ask her if she knows if White Dwarf has a circle.
I'm gonna go pee.
A pretty emphatic. No, I don't know if Weitdorf has a symbol.
Okay, then I will send.
I'm not a magician.
Actually, fuck it. I would just ask Aruna to teleport me to the capital. That's better than 25 words a minute.
Everybody can go hang out at the capital. It explodes.
Yay! Finally.
Oh no, Jinma has nukes.
All right.
All right, on to Pathfinder 2.
If you want to, whoever you wants to can go actual capital, because if she's teleporting one person, she can teleport everybody, or just one person herself. There's
I'll
not
go.
there's not an actual. It's up to 9 with a single spell slot. So
Realistically, whoever is going to go to the other place might as well go there, because we could probably get this information about a circle in Weissenberg.
Yeah, that's why I was going.
I more meant that anyone else that wasn't aware of that we should all just go at that point.
I'm assuming that Adelaide would be coming with us.
Yeah.
She did say that she would not be being left behind, so yeah.
Just making sure.
appropriate enough. Like I said, if one person's going, everyone can go. Good times all around. Last time you were in the capital, it was a wonderful, beautiful town. Sort of rich with tapestry of life and excitement. And obviously now it's a frigid, barren, largely emptied, it's not a ruin because it hasn't been destroyed, but many civilians have fled south to Veskermund to go out, or begun heading far to the east towards Magden's Stand. Men capable of fighting have been sent to the front, and so the city itself is a skeleton, echo what it once was, a frozen echo buried beneath a few inches of snow. Like I said, what are you doing here? You're going to see Gen? You're going to head straight for the teleportation circle and talk to the possible mages that deal with that? Are you looking for Delilah to maybe talk to her, since she is a magical specialty?
All of the above?
I actually want to go down into the vault.
That might... Sure, why not?
Sorry, Colin.
Alright, what did I miss?
We went to the capital, Tommy.
Oh, yes.
Because we figured just communicating to Gen and people directly instead of 25 words a minute would be more effective.
Okay.
We could also teleport from the capital to other place, so...
Yep. But I'm gonna go down into the vault.
You can. The iron and steel mint remains open, though on a skeleton crew. Not literally. There's not been undead reanimated for it, but there's very few people now, and little need for more. Little need for more than just the faintest amount of people, as there's not really any traffic in the town. As like I said, most people have either fled or been enlisted. Most shops, you can walk by boarded up shops, and once sort of vast plazas and filled with fountains that are now partially frozen over in some places, as bitter wind blows past you as you make your way towards the actual iron, or you go into the actual steel mint. You've been here now a couple of times, and like I said, you've got the key, or you can get the key. So,
real quick, you mentioned people being enlisted. I wanted to ask: is the Empire actively conscripting people?
Yes, you gotta remember. You got a note about it.
That's right. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll absent-mindedly say hello to Klaus and the Redeemer, I guess, and then I'm gonna walk up to the statue of, I can't remember if it was Cuthbert or if I thought it was Cuthbert and it was Ilmater. I think it was Cuthbert.
Yeah, it's a statue of Saint Cuthbert.
But I'm gonna touch the statue. I'm gonna let them know that the task that I was given is about to commence. But measures are going to be taken, and then I will leave if it doesn't do anything or respond. I'm assuming it doesn't.
No. Yeah.
Is Klaus and the Redeemer there?
Currently,
Either.
no.
No. Okay.
I'm back.
Oh shit, he's back.
My God. But
All right, that's it.
currently, no.
Okay. Yeah. Then I will. I will kind of say that prayer or promise or reassurance or whatever, and then I will, I guess, head back upstairs and find again.
In and amongst the Black Vault, you find yourself surrounded by various statues of gods and the like, and you walk up to the one you previously sought, placing your hand upon it. You don't get an answer sort of directly in your head, but at the very least, there's a little bit of something in you that feels sort of like an acknowledgement, though it could very well just be your imagination as you step away from it. The actual, truth as to whether it actually happened or not, you're not sure.
Cool.
Now, you head back out of the Black Vault as staffs of the Steel Mint pay you little mind as you walk out of it. They mostly just seem happy to be that you're gone, an annoying customer interrupting their day.
That sounds about right.
Within
Is it doing any cost shit?
everybody else that has gone.
Yeah, I went to. You're not there. I went to the vault too.
Klaus would not have gotten back yet.
Oh, okay, right.
He'd still be doing
It's still
work.
quite a ways away, yeah. It's only been like a few days.
The hover
If
round is
anything.
not fast enough.
Meanwhile, it's Legion of Doom.
But I would only allow Klaus to be back if something interesting was happening with Klaus. But
Oh, that's fine.
and since nothing is, then he's just out doing his thing. Now,
Out being
as for
good.
everybody
Being bad.
being morally gray. As for everybody else within the actual capital itself, you can do. I imagine you don't have to work too hard to seek out someone in charge. As arriving on the teleportation circle, you're actually on the palace grounds themselves in the Ambassador's Tower. Ambassador's Tower, at this point, is basically empty, but there are still guards that move around the actual palace grounds themselves, and the large towers rising up are a familiar, if somewhat disconcerting sight to see them caked in snow at this point. Fires still burn around the actual palace itself. You can see the orange light piercing through many of the windows, as you can see, while the actual city, the actual capital itself, is largely deserted. The capital still remains, or the palace itself remains, a pretty bustling place, with military advisors, mages, the occasional, it appears like maybe some sort of foreign military figure, that sort of thing, all pushing past you, going about their business. Looking around, you do find that a couple of guards quickly move to surround you. Weapons not drawn, but on the hilts of their swords, as they look a little bit warily at you. One stepping forward saying, "Business?"
No, pleasure.
Picked the wrong place, friend. You look able-bodied enough. Why aren't you on the front?
He has money.
I do. There's one thing I don't have. It's that.
He's just got a bunch of IOUs.
We unfortunately
He
have.
nods his head. Bone spurs, huh?
Unfortunately, we have more important things to do right now.
More important than the defense and savior of this empire. I see you've got your priorities in order.
We're actually
Who's
probably
this
doing more
that's
work
talking to
than
me?
you, sir.
Just a,
Yeah,
gu-
for-
a
Just some
guard.
guard. I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna hang on. I'm just gonna let him know is like actually I do have something more important to do. I have the unfortunate blessing of being the tutor, I suppose, of our beloved emperor.
He just kind of stares at you. I saw Casal turn to icicles. You think you're gonna intimidate me?
I hope with the Emperor.
Just to confirm, didn't we see Casal turn into like something much worse than icicles? Wasn't that the town that got ravaged by undead? Or no, that was Hog's End, right?
Hog's End was outside of Casal. Had large portion of their army was turned to undead, or their guard troops were turned to undead, but you did not see it like turn to ice or anything.
I mean, I don't need to intimidate, but I do have things to do. If you're gonna continue blocking my way, then I'm not sure what your goal is here.
As Adelaide strides forward, he's on business for the crown. We all are. As she he looks at her and doesn't seem to recognize her. Looks over to the other guards. It seems like most of them don't recognize her at all. Likely they were not really stationed in the capital, but she sighs.
What is he blocking?
Just the entrance into the actual palace,
actual-
the center
okay.
area where
Got it.
everyone is, where you see all the lights burning.
If you really doubt our credentials, if you wish to go collect, I don't remember Gen's current title, but whatever he goes by at this moment, Gehintramaz.
Go receive the senior advisor.
She just reaches in her
Or that.
pocket and puts on a ring, and then she reaches in a pouch and she puts on the large, rough iron crown.
Ooh, that makes me nervous.
And looks at him and she says, "Is that enough, or do you want
I'm
me?
a big fan of her just keeping that in her purse.
Do you want me to go and fetch the sword and show it to you? Although I must warn you, it will be the last thing you ever see if you keep standing in my way. This is my home. This is my palace. This is my empire, and you serve me. And as a servant of mine, I'm ordering you to step aside and allow us entrance." Let's see what her station is.
Ito makes a mental note to keep teaching her people skills.
Is that an intimidation check or a wisdom saving throw on that guy's
That
part?
was much higher than Ito's.
Yeah, I bet.
As you can see, he clenches his jaw and looks her up and down. Of course, my lady. He just kind of steps aside and motions for everyone else to get out of the way.
I will walk up to him and say, "That is Emperor, not Lady."
My holy emperor. I apologize. Of course, holy emperor. We're not from here. But he just sort of shuts up and moves to the side. Now, she
Sorry to hear about your
strides in, just full of confidence, brimming with sort of an air of nobility. Her sort of chin
Can we tell
raised
she
high.
enjoyed that?
Roll an insight check.
Nope.
She just seems annoyed. Come along. We'll find Gen. As she makes her way walking a path she's walked probably 1,000 times in her life, through the palace, eventually coming to a large meeting room where she doesn't bother knocking, she just pushes the door open. You can see lights sort of pouring in from beneath it, and pass through the sort of dim corridors themselves. You walk into a brightly lit room. It's a room that you've seen before. It has the large sort of map that has all the sort of pieces on it, showing where the fronts are, and that kind of thing. As you can see, there's many people in this room. Enough people sort of crammed in this room that it's actually almost too warm, despite the frigid temperatures outside.
This is much more crowded than it was last time.
It
right?
is indeed, as people are sort of rushing to and fro, parchment in hand. So you can see several of them march up to Gen, who is standing there, overlooking the map, and he pulls out a quill and sort of signs things rapidly. As Delilah is sort of standing back as well. You can see there's several battle mages that look absolutely exhausted. Streaks of sort of gray in their hair, as you're sort of almost buffeted by people rushing past you. Gen, what is happening?
How does Gen look? Like, does he look
Tired.
just tired?
Even for a dragon, he looks run down. Despite the fact that he's able to change his form, he's gaunt. His eyes are sort of sunken in. He is, almost a shade of himself, of what he was. But he continues, his eyes still gleam brightly, sort of glittering, as he every now and then looks over the map until they rise up and they fall upon the Holy Emperor as he sort of stands at attention. Holy Emperor, sort of rushing forward. Do we need the room?
If she's standing next to me, I ain't answering that.
I think that's unnecessary. Again, we can step outside and talk.
She says that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
As she looks around at all the people, I understand that there might be business here of the utmost importance to the defense of the Empire, and so I would not just completely interrupt it. We can merely step outside and speak. Like I said, there's a flurry of activity in here today. And she's not dumb, even if she is haughty, sort of prideful.
No, it's good.
As he steps outside with you into the mostly empty hallway, as she turns to you, Ito, and says, What exactly were we looking to find out here today?
Actually, real quick before I forget this, how are the accounts?
What, like, which counts?
For the war effort, how's the chest?
He
You described him feverishly signing papers. I'm assuming he's being taken advantage of by at least some element.
He says, spread too thin.
Can I do a sending to Mayora?
You can.
I just want to ask her if she thinks she'd be capable of helping out the Empire in her skill set.
Oh my god, you're alive?
I am alive. Been busy.
Oh my god, that's not how sending works, you shithead.
Yeah, well, Colin's letting me do it.
But, you ask her if there's anything you can do to help?
Yeah, I'd ask, like, hey, I'm alive. We may or may not be returning home shortly. The Empire seems to perhaps need help managing the war chest.
She says, I'm already working on our problems, which are numerous.
I don't I have to cast it again to send a response? I don't remember how.
But
Can't remember.
she
My spell screen. Okay.
unfortunately answers with Guild of Royhan's got its own problems.
It was just a random thought. But if Adelaide isn't beating me to it, or if she was asking me, we're here for a number of things. I have a few items. Nick has a few items. What's the status of Weitdorf? Do we know if it stands?
Weitdorf is... We haven't heard anything from it. Well, that being said, we never heard much out of Weitdorf anyways. It was its own little isolated area.
Perhaps not of enough strategic value with Prost sitting right there.
Perhaps not. It was never particularly important or large.
The bulk of their force is like entirely foot soldiers, right? They don't and mages and magic stuff. They don't have they're like, we don't have any fear of like a navy, right?
No.
Okay.
Otherwise, they would have been
Fear of
able
a
to.
dragon.
They would
So
have been
the
able
dragon,
to just
yeah.
sail across the Whore Creek Channel instead of waiting for it to freeze.
Sure. Okay.
They do have ships, but it's not large numbers of ships.
Like
It's like raiding
troop
ships. and things
transports.
like that.
Okay. Does Weitdorf have? It's pronounced with a V, right?
Weitdorf.
Weitdorf doesn't
Weitdorf.
have a summonings or a teleportation circle.
No.
That's
The
Yeah.
nature of the region makes teleportation in and out dubious, and it always has, even with a teleportation circle.
That's intriguing. Why is that?
Because, for the same reason, I imagine a ship can try to sail in a straight line for 3 weeks and end up exactly where it started. For the same reason the compasses spin in place, because it's just an anomalous place.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like I'm gonna try to teleport us there.
Hell yeah, man.
Boat sail forever.
It's the
And
same
fucking-
reason why very few can navigate it with any sort of consistency, and those that can are valuable captains, to say the
I
least.
just want to meet level 14 Gus.
Level
Um,
14 Gus isn't even on the character sheet anymore.
Not your character sheet. Well, I mean, I still want to go there though.
I can aid you best as I can, give you advice, but it's... Who knows, perhaps the anomalous properties of that region may very well help it in
How far does it extend?
several dozen miles inland, generally.
Okay, but like, effectively, it's the section of Weitdorf on the map. It doesn't extend.
Pretty
like-
much. It does not extend like a long way.
Okay. Okay, well, that's... Unfortunately, like that's time. Unless it's one of those things where if we start heading there, we just kind of appear.
The best I could offer you is I could attempt to get into contact with some people that I know
Is-
that live there.
Is Karakwa here? Mr. Karakwa? Any lizards in the building?
What's that?
Karakwa, aren't you from the Vertgilt Plains? Like, I thought you were from the southwest region, like over here.
let me look at the map.
The Vergilt Plains spans from here all the way to there. So
No, no,
saying,
but
saying, are you from the Vergilt Plains is...
No, I know, but
Not
I
saying
It's
thought he
literally
much.
was,
all the red.
I know, but I thought he was from in this region between the two rivers. I could have sworn that was the case.
I think that's accurate. Isn't that
I'm
what, like the
pretty
marshy
sure
area
that's right.
was?
Yeah.
Is that... I mean, there's marshes here. There's marshes all through here as well.
Pretty sure it was like.
Yeah, he was on this
though.
side, though.
There's marshes generally in these southern regions close to the coast.
Yeah, I think it was like around this area here.
Maybe we could do the tree thing that you do. That gets us closer.
Rock would do the thing.
I'm gonna be honest.
No,
have
I'm
no
asking.
clue what's going on.
I legitimately don't know. We're trying to get to Weitdorf, possibly, but it's the Bermuda Triangle.
Everyone but you seems pretty unclear on what we're trying to get done in Whitedorf, though.
I mean, I don't know what I need to get in Weitdorf. I just know that I need to go to the Weird Sea.
Wait, we're going to Whitedorf?
That was my plan.
Yes,
I
Connor.
thought
Because
we
they-
were going to, I thought we were going to somewhere else.
We're going to the Weird... Or I'm trying to go to the Weird Sea. Weitdorf is the most populated location nearest to the Weird Sea. But communication is weird, and it's the Bermuda Triangle.
So
He needs like the hallucinogenic drug tea.
yeah, so there's downtime because the ship's getting fixed up, and then the ship is gonna sail off to Bayaz Kum Lahar.
So
And
we
we're
are trying
gonna
to
go
do
some
stuff.
other stuff, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to teleport us back to the ship when necessary.
Is the tree finish on the ship, Colin?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Cody, I can also just teleport us to the ship. So
Do
either
you
way
need
it
to
works.
do you need to know exactly where the ship is, or is there a teleport circle?
We have the
Just-
circle
We
there
have the
now,
circle
too.
on the
It
ship.
just you kind of have like a connection to that.
I just know the rune sequence, so I can just either teleport
Okay.
us with 7th.
Oh, it's a
level, or I
Stargate.
can-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
It's a
knows the
Stargate.
VIN number, so he can just
Okay.
pop. But if you have recollection of this area, you could at least get us closer to that section of the map.
Yeah, so basically, Cody, if I try to teleport us to White Dwarf on a description, one, it's already finicky because the percentage of success is not very high. On top of it being the Bermuda Triangle, as Connor has said, so it's possible the spell would just misfire terribly.
And
And we'll
send us
die.
into the fucking volcano in Ertzig or
I
some
mean,
shit.
I feel like if that's what we're doing, but then how are you going to travel from there to here?
Well, I mean,
So,
the point is that you would be possibly able to get us closer to there than.
I mean,
up
like maybe like here.
Or
it
we
was
could
just a thought.
Okay.
YOLO teleport for fun.
That's true. I'm on board with YOLO teleporting. But no, Nick, to answer your question, I don't know what's there in the Weird Sea. I just know that I need to go there, and that I need to bring Adelindra with me. Actually, it was a very long conversation that I was technically dead for. But we have 2 weeks. I don't think the Ilder Royhan's going to be fixed in 2 weeks, or
I don't think anything's going to be fixed in 2 weeks.
I mean,
Well, I mean, the ship's gonna take 2 weeks, and then it's gonna have the travel time, so we
Yeah.
have a little wiggle room.
like I will go wherever. I kind of want to do the Weird Sea before I go back home.
Yeah, unless like Reed or Venta or Karakwa has business to attend to somewhere, or Bruce.
Do we have any of the Obsidian people that we need to go brutally massacre?
What now?
The fuck.
The bad monks.
Yeah,
Onyx Dragon.
yeah, Onyx. There we go. Thank
yeah,
you.
the Onyx serpents.
Onyx Serpent, yeah.
Onyx Serpent, thank you. I was also wrong. I mean, okay, so Gen can Gen teleport or phase shift or both, Colin?
He can teleport himself.
Okay, so between me and Delilah, do you think we could possibly improve the chances of accurately teleporting to White Dwarf?
I mean, you could
Or-
try.
I don't like how he said that.
So, I mean, I think the inherent issue is it's going to be try one way or another.
I mean, do you have to be familiar with both the start and the end point, Karakwa?
Don't worry, I'll talk for Cody. Cody has
What?
to like physically interact with the trees teleporting to.
Wait, what's that? What's that?
So, my thinking is if Karakwa could tree stride us as a backup plan, you know, provided we're not teleported into the fucking volcano, we should be able to do that from anywhere that happens to have a tree.
This is where
Yeah.
we're bravely assuming that we're ending up somewhere with trees.
With a tree.
I can stride us to any tree or large plant that I have seen before, and
Colin's
vice
not,
versa.
Colin's not just gonna drop us in the middle of the fucking
All right,
Bayaz, is he?
Rocco, what I need you to do is swim to the deepest depths of the ocean,
Find
take
a
a look
coral.
at some giant fucking underwater foliage, and then just teleport everybody down there.
Oh my
Okay.
god, could you imagine killing a dragon by pushing it into a tree and just drowning it underwater 10,000 feet?
Alright. I'm gonna need everybody. Everybody to pow
Colin
out
is
here.
Colin is not at the desk.
Oh, is he not?
Nope, he just got up.
Alright, everybody take an adrenaline shot. Speak up.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I need
Uh-huh.
need some communication, some input. We're losing the crowd
Okay.
Tommy the hype man Morris.
because this involves potentially killing all of us through magical teleport. So all of you
That
should
would be a
care
good thing.
to some degree.
But if you kill us, who will take care of Jennifer Lopez?
The
the-
people that are already on the
Colin-
boat doing so.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
my vote is weird C. Vote accordingly. Like,
I mean, I am all for getting the Green Lady stuff done, which also would help Venta.
it's true.
So Venta, if anybody, should care. Right?
He does.
Wink. Thank you for the input, Max.
I mean, if we want to do the Weird Sea stuff,
Bail
we
them
can do the
out.
Weird Sea stuff. The only reason why I was talking about the Jinma Dynasty is because we were up over there anyway,
Yeah. I get you.
and we do need to go there at some point.
I think the idea is we teleport to this while the ship's being worked on, and then when we're done, we teleport back.
Yeah. So
Well, no,
the
we're
ship...
teleporting to Bayaz Kulmahar after.
No, we're teleporting to the ship, which will be in Bayaz Kulmahar.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can send the ship there and then do our bias Kumlahar stuff and then send it to Gene Ma after done there and so forth and so on.
Be right.
Alright,
I mean,
well,
I'm all for Weird Sea, but I just don't want to like gamble too hard on the teleportation circle thing.
okay,
'Cause
there's some
I don't
input.
want to. I don't want to be in the middle of the ocean or in the middle of hostile territory.
Come on, can't you swim?
Well,
I mean, I can breathe underwater, but can you?
I mean, unless someone else has more reliable means of transportation or like a solution. Where
Yeah,
we're not gonna
the sus teleport is. I'm not 100% on it.
I agree.
Hmm.
I'm not 100%.
Like
on it.
that's. I feel like we may potentially be shooting ourselves in the foot, but I don't like.
Is-
None of us can really know, so.
Well, is
I
is
mean,
it guaranteed that you're gonna wind up on this plane if you fuck up the
yes.
teleport?
yes, it will be somewhere here.
Okay.
The problem is, let's be honest, if you go to the world map, there's quite a few places we don't want to go.
Most of this country is not good to be in.
Most of
fuck.
the world.
Pretty
We
much
ended up
trying
in
to
Well,
Detroit.
Most of the world
Bullseye.
actually perfectly fine. Most of this country not fine.
We teleport to the western continent.
Yeah, I understand it's kind of like hitting a bullseye in a fly's ass. so-
Time to start new Stahlreich.
Yeah. So the worst that can
Alright,
happen is
Repeat after me. Manifest destiny.
yes. The worst that can happen is it misfires and we take damage, and it maybe misfires again.
Just keeps
And then-
misfiring.
And then off target can be, like 120 miles away, or one of worst case scenarios is similar area where we're teleported to an area similar to that is not that area.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, what is the map-wide margin of error on this?
It's
I
anywhere
mean,
in
you
the
got.
plane,
I
right?
can describe the circle too as best I can. That might probably
There's
help.
not a
We're
circle
not
where
going
we're
to the
going.
Eldoroyhan, Max.
Oh, fuck.
We've been talking about this for almost an hour now.
I thought we were going to Eldoroyhan though.
Okay,
Eventually.
We are
Sure, but-
eventually. I want to try and do the weird sea stuff first.
Oh, I have a workaround. If there happens to be something that was shipped from White Dwarf or something somebody possesses from White Dwarf within the last 6 months, I can get us there accurately.
Did we leave anything at the monastery?
I mean, that would probably be a question for the assembled people within the chambers.
Yeah, if someone
But
could give me
Den did just say they haven't heard from White Dwarf in any capacity in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But if I get something that's been taken within 6 months, it is 100% accuracy. Because I'm returning the object to where it's from.
Does White Dwarf have any exports that we know of?
No, it's not that type. It's not a trade hub.
Fuck.
Did we take anything from the Silver Dragon Monastery? I know that's kind of far from White Dwarf, but
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting to.
I mean, for God's sake, we could just go ask random people and see if there's
Although, is it-
something that's relatively close to there.
or fuck yeah, we can just ask fucking Gan if he's got anything.
That's what I meant. Like, let's talk to the people assembled in the chambers.
Yeah,
Somebody.
say, go shoot the shit. Anything relatively close, an object that's been in there within the last 6 months, I can get us there.
'Cause I don't think 6 months ago, were we at the monastery? Or was that? I think that was longer than 6 months ago.
I'd have to look up the timeline.
I'm almost certain it was further than 6 months ago.
I mean, it definitely feels like it.
yeah, that definitely does feel further than 6 months ago.
Let's see.
Yeah, regardless, it could just be a random person that we pay to take something off of their person. It does not
Yeah,
matter.
no, because April we were in Ertzig.
Again, that.
I will go into the chambers and I will address the people.
There you go. Yeah, you are in the Silver Dragon Monastery at the end of January.
So no.
Sort of midway through January. But most people don't really pay you much mind, actually. As they sort of rush to and fro. Most of them don't. But
I will ask Gen to please do his thing.
He says,
And do the thing.
he all of a sudden begins to sort of eyes glow as he takes a deep breath and he blows out a great gout of cold air from his mouth that rises up to the ceiling. That causes everybody to sort of stop and look at him.
Appreciate it. Assembled peoples of Empire. Anybody have any connection to Weitdorf at all? Could be object, a person, anything whatsoever. If you have it, please come forward.
Gen says,
I will add this is priority over whatever you're currently working on.
but Gen says, person?
Would a person work, Aruna?
Oh shit.
New spell. Who this?
Associated object does not really count as a person.
D&D is pretty clear about object versus creature.
I mean, what if you
call,
objectify
Colin.
people? What if you objectify people?
Gen says, I am familiar with a person who calls the Weird Sea his home.
You have my attention.
Particular, very prominent landmark. And Delilah and a couple of the battle mages from Prost say, one of them says, I have a piece of jewelry that was made from some sort of beast that was from the Weird Sea. Small
Delilah says
scrimshaw
that?
necklace. One of the battle mages with her.
Okay. May I see that, please?
Of course. They take
No,
off the
y'all-
necklace and they hand to you. It's a simple piece of just scrimshawed bone. Very sort of simple designs on it. It looks aged and well worn. The back of it rubbed almost smooth from having been up against someone's clothes and chest for probably years and years.
I will I will let Gen continue while I cast Identify on this item.
It's just a scrimshaw necklace.
Just a necklace?
Just
Okay.
a scrimshaw necklace, yeah. But he says, not someone I always got along with, but he knows the Weird Sea better than anyone else I've ever met.
Alright, what's his name?
His name is Burnesh.
Of course it is.
I feel like if we were going there, we wanted to speak to him anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't always get along that well, but I did know him at the very least.
What's his malfunction? What don't you like about him?
He was always very friendly people, which is, I think, a good. But he often still viewed them as, I guess, expendable crew members on his boat and on his ventures. Don't get me wrong, he was never cruel, but he didn't really cherish their lives, or if someone died, it was just an acceptable loss. I didn't always agree with that.
Have you any idea where he is?
Right
at
now,
present?
I could only tell you he's probably off the southern coast somewhere. As I said, he has quite a distinctive landmark in his ship, however.
Sure. Aruna, can you teleport us to a person? Like to a person as the destination?
Okay, here's some really finicky spell work we could do. If I know if I can see the area I'm teleporting to, there's a higher chance of it working. So theoretically, we could scry on
Scry.
him, and I could more accurately hone in the spell. But even then, it's not exactly accurate.
Have we scried like personally?
Yes, I can scry.
How? What's the scope? Do you see through their eyes, don't you?
No, It's like a floating sensor. Then I can see them.
Maybe we could get an idea of where it's headed. Meet them there. It might not solve a problem, but it give us another option. If he's because this is Captain Bernesh who I've been told about. He's probably in his quarters, I would assume.
Okay, let's see.
I will return the Scrimshaw necklace to the mage and tell her thank you. I was like, thank you. I will pursue that if we need to, and I will address everyone. And please carry on about your duties. But
Joke's
let
on
her
you.
know
It's
to stay
plastic. I
close.
bought it from Fantasy Disney World
I snap it. Just
to celebrate the release of the DVD of Free Willy here.
oof, oof.
We're going to Disney World.
But
Anyway.
anyway, I will tell her to please stay nearby.
She says, "Well, I don't think anyone here is going anywhere." She motions to
Does-
the room.
Does that Scrimshaw remind me of anything? I remember Gus used to wear stuff like
It
that.
reminds you of the carvings
The carvings.
that showed
The shark.
the shark, Sokola, and the kraken and dragon turtle, all that stuff. It's
Okay.
similar to that.
Actually, I guess Beaver. Did Gus wear any Scrimshaw shit? I
He
remember
had
you
the-
saying the word. I remember you had something.
He had the turtle shell necklace. I don't
That's
think it was.
what it is.
It was not Scrimshot. I don't believe. I believe it was just raw.
think it was like jade or something,
Gem,
right?
Yeah, it's like gemstone.
Okay, Tommy, what you got?
I mean, the Scrimshaw necklace was, an okay thing. If you can give me an individual or a place to scry on, it's gonna make it more accurate. But if saying that it's going to be foolproof would be a lie.
Odds are good. Let's try it, Captain Bernesh.
All right.
Okay, so Bernesh, does anyone have a likeness or a picture, a possession, garment, body part by chance? Lock of hair?
Anybody have?
I could describe him to probably. He usually keeps the same form.
I mean, likeness is pretty okay.
Is he a human?
He takes the form of a sort of human whenever
Oh,
he
that's-
goes in.
That's right. I forgot. I knew that name sounded familiar.
Yeah,
Like
he's
dragon.
he's a dragon, isn't he? That's right.
He is.
He's-
that's
He's
why.
the bronze dragon.
That's why Gen knows him pretty.
Yeah, I'd forgotten the name.
I know.
He's a bronze dragon, right?
And also, he does not particularly like him very much.
Gen doesn't like him.
Gen does not like him. Like I said, Gen thinks he doesn't. He's too willing to kind of throw
Lives
people
away.
away. But yeah, he's a bronze dragon.
I mean, it's worth a shot. Also, the chance of him just resisting the spell is also pretty high. Fly blindly into the dark.
I mean, yeah, fuck
I
it.
mean,
Let's
I
go.
will say, he does sail the Baharut Sea, which is what the Ile de Royhan is in. He just sails all this entire southern reach.
Oh my god. We could just go to Ilroy. Crazy.
Let's see, he doesn't just sail the Weird Sea. This entire southern coastline he sort of sails. But he can navigate the Weird Sea.
Yeah, ultimately, like, we need him specifically. So I guess as close as we can get to him. Does Prost have a teleportation circle? And has Prost
is
fallen?
gone.
Frost
It's
is
gone
no
completely.
longer on
Established
this
multiple
plane
times.
of existence.
Fuck.
They isolated themselves in a pocket plane.
That's right. Okay. Hmm.
But they did,
I mean-
obviously.
Tommy, I'm okay with flying into the dark a little bit, if you are. or Aruna.
Well, I mean, like I said, as a collective, it is up to everyone.
That's fine. I trust Aruna.
Oh God.
3. We got 3.
I want to be sure everyone knows it's not really trust in Aruna or not. It's trust in our luck.
Yeah.
It's never been.
Yeah, if this is
Yeah, I
Outwardly-
mean, it does. It
never
does
been
kinda come down
outwardly
to a
bad.
balance,
I just want to make sure everyone knows that if it fails, it's not like an Aruna problem. It's just
Yeah.
I
Fuck
believe in
us,
Aruna's
basically.
abilities.
What's? Hang on, Aruna. What's the turnaround time? A day?
I can cast it once per day.
Okay. So we would have wherever we wind up, we have to stay there for a day.
well, he has to long rest.
No, that's
4
what I mean.
hours
We
of
have to stay there
lazy
for
time.
enough for you to recuperate. That's it.
Yes.
I'm fairly confident we could survive in all but the worst places for
Joke's
4
on
hours.
you. There's a mishap. You land in the ocean, and you have to form a raft out of your own bodies for Aruna to rest on.
Thank you so much, guys.
That's where my head was at. Thanks.
I was more worried about going over here.
Okay. Well, tell me where we're going, and we'll give it a shot.
Well, then, don't you need to try to scry to see Burnesh first or whatever?
I mean, are we going for Burnesh specifically?
I think that's the best first step.
Okay. Well, forewarned, scrying is probably not going to work on a dragon, but we'll give it a go.
I mean,
So,
while he's doing that, I'll be like, "Hey, Gen, could you message Burnesh?
oh God.
I know you're not on the best terms, but you know, it's getting pretty cold around here."
I can. There are ways for me to get in contact with him.
Just let him know, you know, party of 8 might be jumping aboard his vessel. Ish.
All right. As he sort of takes a step back and sort of mutters,
Oh,
"It's
Tell him-
again."
tell him to let us scry. Wait. Dan, tell him to let us scry on him.
Please and thank you.
If he willingly fails and lets the spell take hold, I can
We
see him.
mean well.
Gehenthramaz, that is. Party of interested persons, holy emperors.
Oh, 9, party at 9.
He just said a party. Holy emperors, purview. Seeking your nation. Expect scrying for the good of the southern coast.
It's hard to sail a boat on ice.
Sort of
That's a fair point, Elikul.
waits and do any of you know anything about sailing a ship?
I can navigate.
I have a vague understanding of how it's not supposed to be done.
If you are capable deckhands, he is willing to entertain a small party of adventurers.
I mean,
Fantastic.
yeah, I can
I'm a
do
big
that.
fan again putting out the classified ads. That was top notch.
Just remember to watch yourselves. As I said, he's not going to be watching you that closely.
God. It's gonna be so weird.
Watch each other's back because he's not going to be watching it.
That's
Good to
entirely
know.
fair. Oh, this can only go wrong.
It's true. If you have a better idea, this is the time to say it.
I'll pull out our wonderful borrowed crystal ball, Vivestia, and I will try to scry on him via Gen's description, and it says he can willingly fail the saving throw to allow him to be scryed on. And for a very familiar success chance on teleport, I have to, it has to be a place that I can see, which I am able to see through scrying, which would be his boat. So I assume that functions properly.
Right.
Oh god,
Oh no.
it can still fail.
You scry, looking deeply into crystal ball, hoping that'll show you the way, the weird sea, or at least to Captain Bernesh, his iron ship. And there's a swirling sort of cloud, crystal ball that sort of roils and hangs heavy, black and pendulous, as it has difficulty passing through as you concentrate harder, and then it sort of slowly clears, and you see what appears to be it almost looks like a tavern, sort of dull lights glowing. You can see a fire burns bright in the fireplace, hearth casting heat out against the common room, as you see what appears to be several very sort of bulky fellows, old salty dogs, sailors no doubt. They have almost like a rind or a brine across them. They carry themselves all gathered around, huddled together around the bar as if they're looking at something. There's quiet as all of a sudden they sort of split, and you see a human man sort of spins around, grabbing his crotch and shaking it, and there's a burst of laughter as there's a as he just sort of waves his crotch sort of in the general direction, as he says, "You wanted to get a look of that?"
Great. We're gonna teleport inside of somebody's crotch.
I don't know what to do, but I will follow the plan and I will cast the verbal component for teleport.
I will, real quick, before that happens, I want to ask the lady if I can buy that necklace from her,
Oh my god.
just in case.
I mean, it's not doing me much good, although it has some sentimental value. I'd rather not part with it.
If I can bring it back to you, if I can bring it back to you, I absolutely will. May I have your name?
My name is Lila.
And you're with Delilah's
Lila and
Milge?
Delilah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
If it is within my power, I will bring it back to you. I'm certain it's just necklace, but where I'm going, it might be something more. I don't know.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no, I'm bad at the
Crack record, it's pretty bad.
33.
She sort of looks and says, "How much gold do you have on you?"
It's under inventory.
I
I give you
think
20 for it.
I think it's fair that you can give me. You can borrow this, and I'll borrow 50 gold from you, and if you bring it back, I'll return 40 of it.
Damn.
Yeah. That's fine.
I'm spending 20 gold. I'm getting me a new coffee cup.
Christ.
I forgot.
Meanwhile, I'm over here with the fucking winds of magic circling around me, scrying, trying to teleport us, and you're fucking buying a necklace off of a woman.
This
Max
asshole
is
took
going
my
to fucking
coffee cup.
Dunkin'. Max is going to Dunkin'.
Alright, she'll take the 50 gold pieces and hand you the necklace. She'll give you back, 40 of it.
Sure.
If you return it. If you don't, well, she gets 50 gold pieces and you get a... Basically, it's got sentimental value, but it doesn't have, like, actual real value.
No, that's fine.
But you take it and hold on to it as,
Alright, you ready, Aruna?
Yes.
Still with the image of this guy sort of thrusting his crotch in the general direction of where you were scrying. At least it's a clear picture.
Yeah. Still very familiar though, so it could go wrong.
It's the Wild Mages, right? That's what they're called? No. What are they called?
Mage mages?
No. I thought they had a special name. The sect of Delilah's Mages.
They're just battle
Oh, they're
mages.
back.
Battle Mages, thank you.
Colin, did you want to roll the D100 or am I?
You can roll the D100.
Well, boys. Okay,
That's not bad.
guess what? We're fine.
Oh, I'm kind of upset, to be honest.
We're actually okay.
Well, I need to look at what it is.
Is that because we went to where we wanted to go, or
Thank
because we're
I
going
can't
right
wait
into
for-
the dragon's crotch?
I can't
Yeah.
wait for Colin to say, actually.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's a place you can see when you cast the spell, so does that count via scrying?
it does, but there is there is a small problem.
Okay.
Burnesh is currently within the Weird Sea. So
Yeah,
whatever
that's
you
fine.
rolled, it takes a it does take a step down from whatever you rolled one level. So if you're seeing it, it goes to the thing that was underneath whatever was like seeing it.
So seen casually?
I feel like you would not be very familiar with just scrying on it. It'd probably be viewed once.
Oh, well, congratulations. That's off target.
Colin
Okay,
says,
so view
excellent.
Once off target, appear random distance away from the destination, random direction. Distance off target is 1d10 times 1d10 percentage of the distance that has to be traveled. And then d8 designates the direction.
1d10 times 1d10, Jesus.
And
Well,
then a
it's-
D8 to
it's
decide which
percent-
direction.
It's the percent of distance that we have to travel from our location to wherever he is.
Off the coast of Lightdoor.
Oh boy. Nice knowing you, boys.
You end up fucking 81% off your destination.
You rolled double nines.
I rolled double nines.
So 81% of here to there.
From Weissenberg to here.
So
There
we're
you
gonna move nowhere.
In a random
There.
direction.
There, you can read exactly what it says. I'm gonna go pee, and then
No, it's away from the destination.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're 81 miles
So-
away
so
from the
from-
destination.
So from Weitdorf.
Well, from
Yes.
from Burnesh.
Yeah, from where his boat is, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, no, it is.
It's-
that's-
no, it is
it's-
a
it
it is a
percentage
percentage
of
of the
Percentage
distance.
of the distance traveled, and you travel
Jesus
from
Christ.
here
Okay.
I'm
to
back.
there.
Yeah,
so
that's
80% of that?
we are going to literally be
81%.
like,
Yeah, we're gonna be in the ocean most likely.
no, we will probably be in the middle of the continent where the fighting is.
Well, okay, where exactly is Burnesh right now?
That's
He
up
was
to
he
Colin.
was off the coast. He was off the coast of Weitdorf.
Okay,
He is
so
currently
we
he
are
is
considering
currently
right there,
actually he's literally harbored in Weitdorf right now.
and we're
Co-
in
Colin's
Weissenberg
being
right now.
generous.
Do what?
Yes, we're in Weissenberg.
What?
You're in Weissenberg. So
How many
here,
miles is a square?
here. I didn't do miles. A square is 2 weeks travel by foot.
45. So that would be about that. That's 9. So we're 9 squares
So
away
18
from White
weeks.
Dwarf.
18
Yeah.
weeks travel by foot is the maximum distance, and we
Here's
were
the thing: is
81% of that.
what direction, Colin?
It gets rolled a D8 to determine the rate.
Yeah, that's
I
what.
think Tommy, roll that D8.
Oh, should I? Or is that called?
Unless Colin wants to do it.
I
So
had.
we're 14.58
And
weeks
assuming we're just
away.
gonna say- I'm assuming we're just gonna say 1 is north and then go clockwise.
What the
Yeah,
right
yeah,
in that
alright,
thing
alright.
I copy pasted.
Already rolled it.
Like I said, we are 14.58 weeks of walking away from
Weitdorf,
where he is.
Oh
All
boy.
right.
There's always tomorrow.
Can't wait to find out where we land.
As you feel yourself yanked backwards, the teleportation wrapped around you, all of a sudden the world turns black, the familiar pulling at your navel as you're yanked through space, and that black, inky blackness surrounds you, seems to crush you, crush the breath out of you, before suddenly you see a light that begins to form around you, as all of a sudden you pop into existence, only having a brief moment to experience daylight before you go crashing down in the middle of the ocean. Just with a slam, you hit the water, sort of coming up for air, as you look around you, spinning in place, you see that the water is actually pleasantly warm, almost similar to a bath, just completely comforting you, almost like a warm blanket as you spin in place, looking around to see a vast expanse of blue, except as you turn, you can see there is an island. An island unlike anything you've ever seen before. It sits in the water, covered in beautiful, sort of lush green foliage, maybe 700, 800 feet away. As you look, and you can see a village.
I'm gonna be so fucking angry.
As
What direction?
you can see, you ended up. It was rolling a 3, which would be in this direction. So, out to here.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I got my wish.
I'm getting a beer.
I mean, I technically would be here, but we're gonna make it here so you just don't die in the middle of the fucking ocean.
I mean,
I'm gonna use my water bending and I'm gonna make like an ice barge for us to
Hey,
sail the
No, you'd be-
shore
you'd
on.
be-
I
I
hate
get up on the
You-
ice barge.
you'd
I'm
end
like, I
up-
can see my house from here.
You would technically end up sort of around maybe here-ish.
Thank
Cause
you for
Yeah.
you'd go
Yeah, it
roughly like
Yeah.
9-ish squares, but you know, we're going
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're going
0.58.
close enough to
Okay.
Ilderoy, huh?
That's just perfect.
listen, I told you we were going to the Elderoy Hunt, and I was going to have it my way.
Yeah, well, you
There you go.
the double 9s and a fucking 3 from roughly around Weitdorf, so I mean,
Fucking,
because I did
inconceivable.
1, 2, 3,
I,
and
I'll
it goes
fucking
there.
look at the, I'll look at the island and look at E-Town, and I go, welcome home, bitch.
It's covered
Yeah, I
with
pull him up on an ice barge.
beautiful, lush foliage. You
I
can
look at
see.
Aruna, and I say, "This is your patron's doing, isn't it?"
You can.
No, I
the
think it's
crapshoot we
oops
took-
a doodle.
I think that's just. It's like, yes, the patron being the fucking dice.
No, it's the Baba Yaga.
I
She's
told you it was a
torturing me
fight with
again.
luck and not a fight with magic.
As
You wanted to go to literally the worst place to teleport to be fair.
you find yourself looking at the Ile de Royhan, familiar buildings jutting out over or familiar piers jutting out into the water, familiar architecture rising up along the coast. You can see the sort of lush interior, a large sort of mountainous cliff that rises up in the center of the Ile de Royhan. You can see off to one side what appears to be a very lovely like estate of some sort. But you can also see around this estate there are various sorts of tents and ramshackle buildings that have been erected. As you can see, many people rush to and fro, and Ito, you quickly realize there's a lot more people than you would expect on the island. Quite a few people working, fishing from the docks and things like that. What would you like to do?
I'd like to just end it right there.
Yeah, it's 8:27. I was about to leave if not.
All right,
Fucking
I will
Ito
leave that up to
crying
Colin.
off into the distance.
you can
I don't know. Just being like, God damn it, we're back home.
you can try again tomorrow.
I was gonna say, I look at Aruna and I say, 4 hours?
Or next time, but next time when you teleport, it'll go up from seen casually to familiar, but then go down to seen casually because you're still, when you try to teleport into Weitdorf and the Weird Sea, it knocks it down one level, so it'd be rolling for seen casually.
4 hours.
I just love it.
Ew,
Could not
we
be
might
more
discover-
perfect.
Might discover some wonderful secrets while we're here, and it'll be worth the trip.
I feel
4
like we
hours.
might as well spend the time here.
I mean, we could learn the circle too over here.
Yep.
Yep.
That would be handy.
You can do all sorts of things in the.
I know where it is.
There's like one place we could have ended up in the middle of the fucking Everfrost people. 6 places where we could have ended up in the fucking sea. And we just end up at Ito's
Boy,
home.
it would have been a lot of fun
I mean,
if
we
you,
did end up in the sea.
if you had ended up in the lands of Black Everfrost. Up
That's
here.
what I was waiting for.
Alright. I'm gonna skip
Ugh.
that, guys. Peace.
Yeah, well,
Alright, well, I
Me-
guess that's
Some-
a,
Alright.
it's a good end spot.
sometimes the dice giveth and the dice taketh away, and boy,
They
did
fucking giveth right here.
did it roll pretty wildly perfectly with double 9s and a 3.
I'm
It
just
gives
saying,
Connor the finger.
this is the best worst outcome we could have.
I mean, you're not wrong. You could have ended up in the middle of the ocean.
I mean,
We
we're
did.
all happy. Connor is unhappy.
I'm not
What
unhappy.
else could you ask?
I just don't want to be here because the maps that I commissioned weren't built.
It's
I was
Holy
gonna
shit,
commission
Connor, it's
maps
fine.
for the
it's,
Old
it's,
Royhan.
it's fine, Connor.
I really wanted them to get made.
But by the time we got back to the Elder Royhan, you probably still wouldn't have them commissioned, so it's okay.
It's true.
By the way, Colin, a while back, me and Connor talked about the monastery that was
Yes,
on the
there
Ile
is
de Roy.
the
You
Wine
drunken
Crusher.
monk monasteries.
The Grape Crushers.
Well,
Grape Crushers, the
Yeah.
sumo wrestler Grape
Yeah.
Crushers.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that you got like the update on because I
Yep.
wanted Connor's
They're-
input in it.
They're Maori sumo wrestlers.
Yes, that is all planned out for the Ile de Royhan.
Okay.
That is all planned out so you can add another technique
I think
to
Reed's
read
good.
Underbow's Kung Fu Codex.
Reed still sees them as a bunch of drunken monks.
They are, but they're good
I have
people.
headcanon that one of them stole away Reed's master's girlfriend, so he's just pissed at them.
Well, they are drunks. They're also a very sort of spiritual and friendly people. Perhaps more than any other monk in a weird sort of drunken lush way. They're philosophical like a boozy panda, as you could say. So,
Damn.
you can deal with that next week and
Who's he, Sea Panda?
talk to them and learn a thing or two.